What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
It's good, bro.
Everything is good, actually, baby. I mean, you know, life is good. We vibed out in the building with my dog, dripped out per usual. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us today. Plenty of vibes is going to be had while we talk a little bit about the game preview as we turn the page to Cleveland short week. You heard what Coach Thomas said. He didn't watch last game. He didn't turn the page. So definitely going to have to do that. But then we also got the homie TG, man. We'll talk to him at 5 o'clock. So definitely looking forward to getting his thoughts on the previous matchup. And then obviously, you know, some of the challenges of this here short week, what to expect with that. So yeah, man, definitely looking forward to that. And actually, we're good on the picks this week because we technically Friday should be good.
Yeah, I guess we just got to pick the Thursday game.
Yeah.
Which is us.
Hopefully we're on the same page with the Thursday game. We'll find out by the end of today's show. So shout out to that. Also, I'll say on the front end, don't look at the date. All right. Sometimes it be like that. All right. But we here, we live. Y'all catching it in person. Today is the 19th of November. All right. And we will be getting activated on said Cleveland matchup, man. So like I said, definitely looking forward to that, baby. But how's my dog doing today, man? I feel like I ain't seen you in about 12 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess closer to like 24.
24 actually, yeah.
Probably around 21 hours, 20 hours.
I just felt like in my mind, like I feel like I see Deke all the time. At least I talk to you all the time. But anywho, man, yeah, what's going on with you, baby?
Not much, man. I wish I had something insightful. Wish I had something profound to say, but just watched some of that Monday night game last night. It was horrid. It was just absolutely atrocious. I don't know what the Cowboys are doing.
You are a better man than me.
It's time to get Trey Lance in.
You are a better
See what
man
the dude
than me,
got.
Man. You're a better dude than me, man. I was like,
you didn't watch.
Like, what? Absolutely not, bro. My homies was texting. They's like, yo, you want?
Cleve Williams was right. Houston minus 3.5.
TV.
Should just done Houston money line for the whole game too.
Look, by the time I turned the TV on, I got a chance to see. It was like sack, QB hit, incompletion, and I was just like, oh, is this what this game's looking like? And as I looked at the stats, I'm like, oh yeah, he got a sack. That it's a stat game. I like it. But yeah, I was just like, yep, I did right. I ain't waste my time on it. I was enjoying what was the TV show? Because we weren't even like watching it because usually Thursday night is the game. Yeah, I think I was watching. It was like it's called FBI. It was on like local TV. That's how much like I ain't even care about what was on the television at the time, man. Yeah. But you said Trey Lance time, man.
It's definitely Trey Lance time.
If you crying for Trey Lance time, that's why I'm like, yo, it's got to be over. Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah. Throw Trey Lance, I was like, for what? He sucked too, man.
Yeah, the season's over for the Cowboys. Absolutely. At least see if Trey Lance can go on a little bit of a run.
What's he gonna do different?
6-7 weeks.
What's he gonna do different? At least Cooper Rush is giving you a run.
Maybe show some upside.
I've seen a Cooper Rush run at least.
He did throw for like 300-something yards.
Yeah, I'm about to say Cooper
but
at
he
least.
Was terrible. Nah, trust me, he was terrible.
I've never seen Trey give me that. Trey been...
Well, the season's over.
Yeah.
See what you got in the guy that was drafted number 3 overall.
You didn't draft him number 3 overall, so you ain't got to
traded up a 4th-round pick to get him, which was too much to begin with. That ain't your burden,
though. That ain't your burden, man. You just you see him every day in practice. You know what he look like.
It's a win-win. If Trey Lance is good, then you might have something down the line. If he's bad, then you get a better draft pick.
Oh man,
that's where the Cowboys need to be right now.
That ain't how Jerry operate. Ooh, but yeah, I know it was like that, bro. Yeah.
Oh, they're god awful.
Just like I don't want no parts of that.
Well, you can't be surprised.
That, no, God, he's on the man. Look, when your $60 million quarterback is on the shelf, yeah, it ain't too much. It's gonna be looking good because when your $60 million quarterback isn't elevating to make it worth 60, it's all bad, man. So I just felt like now
that's what I mean. They were trending in that direction anyway.
Yeah, that's bad on bad.
Now you got
man.
Cooper Rush.
You're bad on bad.
I was seeing some stuff this morning on First Take, the talk shows. No, I don't think it was on First Take. It might have been Get Up, actually.
Okay, shout
with
out
the
to
spicy
Get Up.
segment.
Yeah,
Greeny. He brought up Michael Parsons and posed the question whether or not the Cowboys should try trading him.
Okay, what was your thoughts on it?
Don't trade him. Trade Dak.
What's the difference, though?
Michael Parsons is worth the money. He's like that elite at his position, whereas Dak ain't worth that 60.
What gives you wins and losses? Quarterback or edge rusher?
Yeah, quarterback is the most important position, but Dak just ain't it at quarterback.
He's not at $60 million at quarterback. Clarify.
Some of the people who was on there, I think it was Rex Ryan. Was it Dominic Foxworth? A couple of the people on there were saying, don't trade Michael Parsons. I agree with their sentiment on that, because you trade him and you're going to get draft picks, and you're going to try to use those draft picks to find a Michael Parsons. Most likely you're not going to find a Michael Parsons. He's one of the best at his position. The best at like that hybrid edge rush inside linebacker role. At the edge rusher position, I'm taking TJ Watt, but Michael Parsons is right there with the other guys, Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett. So, yeah, pay him the money. Trade Dak. But no one's going to trade for Dak with that $60 million contract, and most of it's guaranteed. That's insane.
I think if it was me, I would definitely, if I'm trading between Parsons and Dak, I'm trading Parsons. The reason is this. He's already given me reason to believe that he doesn't want to be there. When has Dak ever given me that? So when it's going good.
Trade them both then.
No, when it's going good, he's a front runner. He feels happy. It's all lovely, right? But when he's struggling or when the team is struggling, we didn't see this dude point fingers, talk bad about other guys. I've never had that from Dak. Through the good, the bad, the criticism, the coming back from injury, the being underpaid grossly to being overpaid, he's been constant through it all, man. So I look at that and I say, man, if I had to pick between the two, I would move on from Parsons. I'm going to get more compensation back for him also, because he's not on that big boy deal just yet, and he is still very much in his prime, very much nice. But yeah, man, if I had to think on it, I'll probably go with that, because once again, trading Dak, I'm going to get these picks back, right? But what am I going to be trying to find? Another version of Dak Prescott. And Dak you hit on as a 4th rounder. Like I said, he just has balls.
Man,
he's played too good to the point that now he gets $60 million. But you don't get 60 without playing good. Like this. So
he's paying like a $10 million contract right now.
Which one is easier to replace? Franchise quarterback or franchise edge rusher?
I don't view Dak as a franchise quarterback.
You
like that.
don't. I know that.
He's not one of the elite guys.
He's a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League.
I can't say that.
You can't. His stats are going to prove that, though, and his winning. So whether it's individual or team, that reflects top 10 throughout his body of work. So you got to figure out which one is easier to replace. What Dak has done in Dallas or what Parsons currently is doing in Dallas. I think you could find another Parsons. I don't think you're going to find
what's more worthwhile to replace, though?
Which one takes longer to replace, though?
I don't know.
It takes way longer to find a quarterback.
Sometimes it just takes that chance, though. It takes that risk. It takes that one pick to replace that guy.
We've seen a lot of teams fight for their life to find a quarterback.
I get that. Yeah, it could take a while. It could just be next year.
You could find an edge rusher. It just seemed like a lot more sooner, or a lot sooner, teams are finding edge rushers league-wide. Not just, individual case, but like league-wide. That is something that has seemed a little bit more obtainable, kind of like a wide receiver. But as it turns to quarterbacks, each and every year, it's like, is this guy, do we really believe in him? CJ Stroud, all right. We all the way believe in him now? Bryce Young, is he all the way trash now? Jalen Hurts, is he MVP caliber, or is he just kind of good? Where is he? Because at times he looks MVP, at times it's like, all right, is this just Dak in a green uniform? Right? But that's not $100 million dude, man. But I'm just saying, it's a lot harder for my eyes to find that quarterback. So that's why I wouldn't be giving up on Dak.
Definitely need a new coach.
We could agree with that, too.
You need a lot of new things. And that's
a lot that goes with it, yeah.
That's the other part of it. It's not just replace Dak. They need to – the team's terrible. Outside of CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons, everything else. Pretty much tradable. Zach Martin, he's getting up there in age.
But they didn't do a good job of getting a running game. They never addressed that. They didn't address anything realistically. They just repaid contract money out, and that was it. You got to upgrade your squad. You got to get better each and every year. They didn't do that. They took care of Dak, CD, and I wanted to say was somebody else was supposed to get paid over there. But we know those two are the guys that, like I said, they put the priority on. But they ain't really go out and say, all right, let's upgrade this running game. Derrick Henry, we talked about that, right? You called out Derrick Henry for us even, like, why we ain't consider him here? Dallas even more so. When you look at their running situation, That's why they're the Cowboys, man. Because they don't make the best decisions. We see it. But they
Paying
sell a lot
Dak
of tickets,
$60 million was, their start of their downfall, I'd say.
I know how you feel about Dak. That's fine, baby.
It's an insane contract.
I get
Even before he got hurt.
I get
they were
how you feel
4-7
Dak.
or
I get
3-7. I don't know what the exact rate. I mean, their season was already pretty much done with Dak.
He
hasn't been able to elevate the team. And yeah, like I said, the Cowboys need to put better things around him, but he hasn't been able to do that. That's not worth $60 million to me. That's crazy. It's insane. Tua's not worth 50. His contract, hey, it's whatever.
You, the consumer, have said that quarterbacks are above everything because
it's the most important position.
So
it is,
that's why they get paid.
You got to get one of
those
guys. If you don't have one of those guys,
so that's why they get paid like that.
You're
can't have it both ways. You try to have it both ways. You don't work both ways.
Oh, it depends. It all depends on what you're looking for. If you're just looking as a franchise to stay relevant, keep that continuity, and be okay with playoff exits, then pay a guy like that. Pay a guy like Tua.
As a fan, would you watch the Steelers if we did not take that same approach? Because we have an approach where we want to be in it each and every season. We don't just tank or make bad decisions on purpose to pick in the top 5. You as a fan wouldn't want to invest in this squad if they did. Dallas fans are just as diehard. They just as crazy. Jerry know that. Jerry know if I come out here and I try to sell y'all Cooper Rush, Trey Lance to start the season or early, it's like, no, we ain't pulling up for that. No, heck no, man. So for them, he tried to make it relevant. Dak keeps them
use the
constantly.
money elsewhere, though. Get a quarterback, take a chance on a Sam Darnold. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you got to get creative.
I'm with you.
Steelers got creative.
I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with you, man. But also with our model, even as it currently sits, we don't have a quarterback that we've had to pay since Ben. So we're still cheating this model. They were cheating it up until it was time to have to start paying Dak.
Yeah,
it works until it doesn't work. Yeah,
you could make the decision to not pay him,
and then you reset, and now you're trying to find the next version of what you just had, which we all would say. You look at Cleveland, we could look at plenty of other teams where it's like, yo, they've been searching for years to find a quarterback, even a competent quarterback. And then you mean to tell me after you finally get one that you found in the 4th, you just go, oh, I don't want to pay that now. I'm going to reset the clock, do it again?
Yeah, you could just say we're going to pay. We want to pay you. It's just not $60 million. You're not as good as Mahomes.
What's your market value? Your market
You're not
is your
as good
market.
as Josh Allen. You're not as good as Lamar Jackson.
But statistically, he's been in those conversations.
That's why you got to bring up the playoff stuff. Like, man. Listen,
and that's fine.
When push comes to shove, you ain't getting it done
if
when it
you're
really matters.
Dak, though, if you're bringing up playoffs, you're going to look at the defense. You're going to look at all the other variables as well. I'm with you. Your quarterback is the most important part. That's why they get paid the most. That's why they're criticized the most. That's why everything that comes with them is an extreme. But to act as if Dak is like a bad quarterback or that you should have just never even paid him, it's like, well, what are the alternatives? Even in the draft recently, what are the alternatives? Who has been just? I'm trying to figure out. Yeah,
it's just not paying him $40 million. It's trying to get creative, maybe or $60 million. I'm sorry, and try to pay him around $40 million. Try to get him off that number.
And it's another team that'll pay him $50 with no problem. Dak is
exactly. I don't know if anyone's paying him $60. That was insane.
All I'm saying is, man, you look at what Dak has done since he's been in Dallas. Whether your individual statistics, compare his individual statistics versus the other quarterback's individual statistics, and then compare his wins and losses versus other quarterbacks' wins and losses in the regular season. He's a top 10 quarterback. You don't have to want him, but that metric is going to show top 10.
This year. Definitely not this year.
But his full is going to show that since he's been in this league as a starter, bro. It reflects it. That's why he's gotten paid $60. You don't they're not just randomly paying him $60 billion just because they want to pay him $60 billion. Jerry Jones don't want to just pay 60 to pay 60. But his argument is which quarterback outside of Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, Burrow, who's the clear cut outside of those?
Herbert, Hurts, I go Purdy.
And think about this, Herbert, right? Herbert ain't put together the 5-year window that Dak done. He's had crazy highs, though. His highs have been high.
Herbert's been better than Dak, for sure.
We'll see. I want to see the full body. Make the full body match the full body, not just statistically. Give me the wins, too, because we said both, right?
For the years Herbert's been in the league versus Dak's years.
It's been one.
At the same time period. Herbert's been better.
Individual statistics, yes, not team. I said both because you always bring up wins and losses with quarterbacks as well as stats. So
neither have got it done in the playoffs.
But Dak has had more success in the NFL statistically and team-wise than Justin Herbert.
He's just been in the league longer.
It don't matter. When has Herbert had the seasons?
Herbert has way more upside. Now they got him a coach and we're seeing what's happening.
You're moving goalposts. Now you saying upside. Now you saying he ain't been as long. All I'm saying is the individual stats and the wins and losses.
That's part
Dak
of why you're paying
it.
a guy.
That's why Dak get paid
Dak's
when he get
upside
paid.
ain't there. He's capped. We know what he is.
That's all I'm saying is why Dak get paid 60 though, bro. Because he's a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League, regardless of how we feel about it. That's
Definitely
what the stats reflect. Yeah.
And I don't even know if you go back the last 5-6 years. I mean, it's probably borderline.
So you name 5, right? If we throw Herbert in, that's 5 guys.
Well, you got to think.
Stafford in there is 6.
You see what
I'm saying? Like,
some of the old guys that were here whenever Dak was here. I mean, you got.
But Dak has been in that convo the whole time,
Brees.
though. He's flirted in that convo the whole time. That's how he's got the 60 mil.
I don't know.
When he was throwing for, he's been in the MVP conversation the past 2 seasons. We know that for certain. For sure, last year.
I still don't even know if I got him top 10. That's fine. That's fine if he's MVP of a regular season.
Man,
for a playoff game, there's X amount of quarterbacks
but those
taking
are different
over.
Conversations when you're just specifically saying a playoff game. How can I get to the playoffs if my team sucks? How can Joe Burrow get to the playoffs right now? We would all say in a one game, give me Joe Burrow, right? Oh, it ain't his fault. It's the team, though, right? Did he get paid a ton?
Well, Dak sucks in the playoffs, though. It's not like he's throwing 3-4 touchdowns in the playoffs.
You can't even get there, though, is what I'm saying, right? Is Burrow going to get there this year? Is Rodgers going to get there this year? We could go down the list of the guys that we would take in a one-game sample. But are these guys, how frequently are they getting there? Dallas be there all the time. This year, Dak's hurt. When Dak be healthy, they win. They win a ton. You know this. Playoffs is weird. But they win a ton. So that's why you get paid, man. If Dak was, like I said, if Kitty was balling like how Dak balled when he got in here, we'd pay him 60. You pay guys that produce at this level, especially quarterbacks, man. If you find a quarterback, why Jordan Love got paid after 9 games? They was like, yo,
well, that's part of that's upside too. Going back.
But
to
he's
the
still a
Herbert
quarterback, though. He's still the quarterback position. You will do everything if you think you have the guy. You're going to do everything to keep him, is what I'm saying. Upside or hardcore production facts. If you feel like you got the guy, you're going to keep him. You're not about to just let him leave. Heck no, man. Heck no.
I'm not saying just let him leave. Just pay him less.
You said let him leave. You was like, I'll let Dak leave. I just let him walk.
For $60 million, yeah, definitely. I'm trying to pay him less, though.
So you'd have had $60 million and still no quarterback?
I'm using that money elsewhere. I'm trying to get a good coach. I'm trying to
so you have all these
figure
pieces.
Something out. Build a team around a quarterback, like an upside, like the Sam Darnold model, the Vikings model. They lost Kirk Cousins, and that's what they did to replace him. They drafted a young guy in the first round, and they got an upside guy that didn't work out in other spots, and we're seeing if O'Connell could turn him around.
Okay.
That's the model. That's the risk you take.
How many of these models have worked?
I don't know. I mean, it's not something on the top of my mind. I know what
Dak Prescott models work though. In terms of double-digit win seasons, you're gonna always be relevant. You're in the postseason. He's gonna light it up statistically.
I just know you ain't won a Super Bowl.
Has Sam Darnold won one yet either?
No, but hey, at least you're not paying him $60 million.
I guarantee Dak Prescott sell a lot more tickets than Sam Darnold pull it up. And if y'all both could be in the same position, that's why Jerry Jones make the much money he make. Because he know, hey, all right, we going to show up to see Dak at least. If you're in the same boat either way, because neither one of them have won it, right?
I just know what Dak is. Maybe with Darnold, the new coach, new team, all this stuff, you're
so what makes
hoping
Darnold
something changes
different, though? Has Darnold ever even had the type of success that Dak
has
even had?
Dak's been in the league way longer. Dak, Kirk.
Darnold's a first.
We know.
When was Darnold first round draft pick? Am I tripping? Am I missing that? So we've already seen him fail, right?
Yeah, a bunch of different spots. But you see he's having a lot of success.
When has Dak failed?
New system, new
When have we
coach,
seen Dak actually fail?
new receivers.
When have we seen Dak fail? I'm just curious. We talk like Dak did been cut.
I think you're twisting my words. I'm just not paying him $60 million. I'll pay him $40 million. He's like a $40 million quarterback. He's worth what Baker's getting. Baker's getting $30 million.
Baker's a top 5 pick that's been failed also, right? I love it though, man. I love it. Ain't no issue, man. I love it.
And Baker's at a value right now. He was out playing Dak.
Shout out to Sam Darnold, man. Shout out to
Geno
Baker.
Smith. I mean, that's a deal too. $30 million.
Hey man, even all these dudes you naming are always higher pedigree, higher all this stuff, and it failed multiple times, man. I love it, baby. I ain't tripping.
What does it matter? Like, what are they doing right now?
Does it matter?
Yeah, what are they doing right now? They're having success right now.
Your issue is that getting $60 million, and what I'm saying is his body of work is what has earned him the right to get 60. Whereas all these other guys we're bringing up have been failures everywhere else until recently. Geno in Seattle, recently Sam Darnold in Minnesota due to J.J. McCarthy getting hurt. Otherwise, you're not even seeing Sam Darnold.
Nah, he was going to start the season.
You catch what I'm saying, right? So all these other guys that we're justifying, I would rather take it. It's like you're saying that in the moment because they are currently showing you a wave, a little flash. Dak's body of work since coming into the league has already done that. And he had elite highs, and that's what got him 60. But it's like, yo, to act as if those dudes are better than that, I just don't agree with it. But that's what we got.
I'm not necessarily saying better. They're just all in the same class.
But you're saying you would rather take them over Dak, and I just said we can disagree with that. That's all.
Well, paying them $30 million, yes.
We can very much disagree with that. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it.
You could use that $30 million for a lot.
Nah.
That you could use that difference for build that team around them. Like that's part of what's missing with the Cowboys.
Hey, shout out to all them dudes, man. Shout out to all of them, man.
All right. What we got?
Let's get it. Well, first off, before we get too far into this thing, shout out to DraftKings, who this show is brought to you by. Only the top-rated sports booking app in all of North America. Safe, secure, and reliable, ladies and gents. And, of course, whenever we talk, we got promo codes for you, baby. Because for all the new customers out there, man, when you use the app, you make that first bet $5, you'll get $150 bonus bets instantly. Make sure you use promo code Moats. More importantly, all right? But it's an absolute vibe, man, because we know it's plenty of action going on with these games, NFL-wise, and it's nothing like adding a little skin in the game. But more importantly, we do also understand that at times you can get lost in the sauce. It could be a little bit overwhelming. You might even develop a gambling problem. Well, for those of you that are in New York, that's the number to text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said, you better call 1-800 Gambler. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way we can give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
We got Z-Man tuning in from the 603, Durham, New Hampshire. Glad I got to meet you on Sunday before the interview, Moats.
Let's get it. No, man, it was a pleasure. I forgot it was another person down there. Shout out, man. Shout out. And it was a pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed the interview and enjoyed the game too, man.
Dominic Balish from the 352, Mount Dora, Florida. Brilla 92 from the 469, Arlington, Texas.
Shout out.
David Decker from the 585, Rochester, New York. Moats and Deke, what is happening? Who you guys got tonight? Celtics or Cavs? And the other matchup is Thunder versus the Spurs.
Ooh, all right. Give me Celtics and give me Spurs. Yeah. I think I'm going those two. Who you got?
Cavs are undefeated, right?
They are. Celtics got Jason Tatum, though. Jaylen Brown. Championship pedigree.
I know the Thunder are good.
Yeah.
The Spurs started to emerge as a legit contender here.
CP3 and Wanyambe have got a nice little thing. Wanyambe been doing his thing.
Yeah, I'll go with what you said. Celtics,
I'm thinking of the
Spurs.
star. When in doubt, go star powers. That's kind of like my default early in the season. Everybody healthy, I'm assuming.
Germ 824 from 540 VA says, "Let's go Dukes."
Let's get it. Hey, another big game this weekend, ladies and gents. Big game this weekend. Whew. Can't wait.
The Analyzer 412 East Side today.
The East Side. Let me tap in real quick because I got Brent Fox in the 214 show. Dallas, Texas in the building. Shout out. I see you, Jaron, Pittsburgh Steelers for life. Tapping into the 559 Visalia, California. Driving currently to Redding, California. I think that's up north where like the big trees are, but I could be completely wrong. But shout out to you, Jaron, because I thought that the picks were going to be like tragic this week because I thought Deke absolutely worked me. But it was alright. It wasn't as bad as I thought. So salute to you on that. Salute to you, baby. Ryan McPherson in the 602. Phoenix. Square Arizona. Shout out to Square Arizona, a.k.a. Arizona in the house. And Leah Warren in the 254. Colleen, Texas. And I was careful. She said, don't spill that Gatorade. You know what I mean? Because I spill it on occasion. So, yeah, I was good this time. Hopefully, knock on wood, I can make it out the show without any new additions to my outfit, all right? Shout out to David Soto all the way from Chicago. Shout out to you, man. It was a pleasure to meet you as well, man. And, of course, the homie Hassan T, 1989, all the way back in the 530 Sierra Nevada foothills. Once again, it was a pleasure to meet you as well at the game, man. Salute to you. Salute to you. All right. All righty then. Brandon Griffin, don't do me like that. He talking about some thought Moats had on a Lions hoodie. I don't have that many teams that I rock with, okay? I am really exclusive with the logos I put on my body. I'm very exclusive with the apparel that I wear.
You do have that one jacket with all the NFL logos on it, don't you?
Do that, Deke. It has the main logos up there, okay? It has the main. I am not the new Snoop. No. I am diehard to my team. Okay, so leave me alone. All right, yeah, this is my Drake tour hoodie. Okay, it's not Lions, because I'm on brand like D. All right, you only gonna see me on my team colors. There we go. But shout out to you, Danny Littlejohn. I appreciate you shouting out the hoodie though. Shout out.
Do we need to go over those squads?
Don't do that. Don't do that. I am very select with my team. Okay.
We were just having the Dak conversation. Have you rocked any Cowboys gear on the show?
On the show?
Yeah. We've seen Bills. We've seen Steelers.
Might have been like once or twice.
Any Cardinals?
No, definitely no show? Cardinals. Cowboys has made an appearance. It was a shirt, but it was.
I don't remember this. What was it?
It was. If I broke it back out, you'd be like, oh, I remember that. It had like the '90s teams up there, man, with like Deion, Emmett, Aikman, like that group, yeah. But that was like a while ago when I broke. I think that would have been that. It wasn't Ben's last one in Dallas when he got hurt and came back. Mason got the appearance in that one. What year was that game?
COVID year. Wasn't Ben's last year. That was the 11-0 year.
But I'm saying that might have been the last time we played Dallas in Dallas, though.
You rocked the Dallas shirt on Dallas week.
I think I might have by accident, bro. I low-key think I did. Yeah. I got to go back and check. I know I wore the shirt like once. It was just one time on the show. And I want to say it was Dallas week. And I'm trying to think of when we've played Dallas since then. I know it didn't do it this year because that was like the most recent one. So I'm like, when? I feel like it might have been that one, though.
I think that was the last time.
Yeah. But that's the only reason why I even like would have broke it out was because it was that week. It was kind of cool, sentimental, you know. Yeah. But other than that, though, man, I'm locked in. You know, I'm black and gold, man. Don't do me like that, man.
Baseball, you got Yankees, Pirates.
Yeah.
Seen you rocking an A's hat. You have an A's hat, right?
Wifey's Cali, you know. Okay. So she's Giants, you know what I mean? So I just took a trip out there, so I just got Giants.
That's more for the aesthetic.
Yes,
right?
Yes. And it's like we joked about that. We said with certain hats. Before you were only like Pittsburgh brand, we said you got like White Sox, you got Red Sox, you got Dodgers. The Pirates P, like it's just the Marlins. Statement. Yeah, it's like their logo is just, it doesn't mean you're affiliated with them, but it's just one of those ones. I think we only said with baseball, like you kind of get away with it the most there.
Right.
Because football, it don't fly like that. You can't just be wearing anybody's football hat. Like, not. Basketball, I felt like it was moments where you could, but with basketball, I think more jerseys, you just wear whatever. But baseball, for certain, the hats, like, just wear whatever hat you want to wear. But I'm locked in. You know me, man. Real exclusive with the team.
I haven't seen you wear a Sabres jersey or Sabres gear in here.
I haven't.
Only Penguins, right?
Yeah. I got like Sabres hats, but I don't have any Sabres like shirts or jerseys. I leave that to like my pins. You feel me? Yeah. Shout out to the pins. Shout out to Sid.
Hoops, you got the Knicks.
And wherever Bron's at.
Yeah, well, have you rocked any Knicks gear?
Hats. I'm big on my hats.
Okay.
So like I got like a ton of Knicks hats. I actually got like Knicks socks from like we went down there and went to the stadium. It was like, yo, we in the garden. We in the Mecca. Oh. So yeah, like I have a lot of that type of stuff. But jerseys, it's Bron, you know. Wherever Bron's been, that's why I've been. Man. But love my Knicks though. Even though they don't be good all the time, it's just in my heart, I'm from New York.
Well,
love the
they're
crib,
good this year.
but in my heart, I'm a New York.
Right?
Yeah.
Did they start off the season? I haven't watched 1 second of NBA this year.
I'm with you.
Are they good?
I've watched literally 2 NBA games,
and
it was Bron. It was the opening night one when Bronny they got in there and got to play, and it was, I think we were in California and they had the game on. Man, it's football season still, bro. Between NFL, college, round the clock, man. Yeah.
Since we brought up baseball briefly there with the hats, I got to read this
Schemes.
comment.
Shout Schemes,
Tom
man.
Jade says, Deke, who won the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. Shout out.
Where the haters in the chat at now?
Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to Paul
I don't even remember who they
man.
said was going to win the NL Rookie of the Year,
right.
but I know it wasn't Paul Skeens, and that had me feeling some type of way.
I forgot the name. They definitely had a different name though. Facts, they definitely did. But shout out to Skeens, man. It was dope to see that right there, man.
Did you see his reaction?
Yes.
They showed it on Get Up.
They said with him and his lady going through it, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, he didn't look like he was happy.
They say anybody's been in a relationship, man. They said that's we was just getting into it and now the camera's on us. Hey, just smile, act normal. Shorty was cool. She was like, all right, yeah, everything. It was like, yeah, you probably was the one yelling at him, huh? You jammed him up. What's going on here, man? Skeens ain't even happy. He's like, yeah, thanks, guys. I know what happens when this camera goes off. Thanks, guys. Yeah, bro. Did see that. Shout out to Skeens, though, man. Is he more popular than her yet or no? Because I know a lot of people are fans of her. I just didn't know who was more popular. It's got to be Skeens, right? Maybe?
To me, it's Skeens, but I'm a sports guy. I don't know what's going on the social media side of things, or people that aren't as much of a fan of sports or baseball or any of that.
Know who would be the bigger draw with that?
I don't know how much of a pull she's got. I don't think she's on. I would guess she's not on the level of Sierra or Taylor Swift.
Gotcha.
That would be my guess, but I don't know. I don't think I'm in tune.
I have no clue, bro. Yeah,
I'm getting old, man.
You funny. I'm getting old, man. You ain't getting old, man. You in your zone, bro.
I'm getting old. I'm trying to stay off the grid. Just
we don't follow that crowd. We over here. We're in a different crowd. We're in a different path right now, man. Yeah.
All right. What else we got here? A couple more shout outs, I guess. Hassan T says
BS, boo. He said, yo, Deke, I'm a sportsman. I like it. He said, I don't get all that, man. I'm a sportsman.
Hassan T is wondering if Deke is washed, and that is true. 100%.
No, man, Deke is not washed, man. Deke is in a different phase right now, man. He is just with it, all right? He's with it in a lot of phases, and we just over here yo, just keep with it, man. Just keep with it, all right? He gonna get back to the party and the BS and the reckless stuff, you know what I mean, when he done running it up. But right now, he running it up, all right? Ain't nothing wrong running it up. Never got a punch for running it up, man. I'm a sport, man.
Samuel Jackson says shout out to the 252 North Carolina.
Oh yeah, shout out to North Carolina. Then one time for the culture, man. The 252 in the building. And to end the shout outs, and then we'll tap into some of these supers I do see coming in here and stuff like that, man. Did want to shout out, man, all of the podcast audio only people, man. The audio only people, man. Your Spotify's, your Google Music, your iTunes. Let's see, your iHearts. It was another one, man. Shout out to all of y'all though, man, that don't get a chance to tap into the live, or some of y'all that do come over, as we've seen now with some of these lives, man. Some of y'all do make it over here to the lives that we do on the YouTube channel, man. But shout out to the audio only people, man. We do appreciate y'all, man. Even though y'all don't get the interaction as always or as frequently like the live crowd does, man, we do appreciate y'all, man. So salute to each and every one of y'all, man, that tap in with us.
And last one, I'll say Nick Bit, the 508, the woo.
The woo. Shout out. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel.
That one boy, 23, with the first super says KC loses this week and we win. We're the 1 seed because of conference record. Bryce Young better understand it now. Also, nervous about this game because it's after Ravens week.
So let's talk a little bit about this after the Ravens week. How we feeling, man? How you feeling? Any nerves?
We talked about it yesterday.
I mean, I know, but we done slept on it now.
On paper, the formula's there for a Tomlin loss, a letdown game.
Yeah.
But I don't think this team has that in them. I don't think we got that complacency gene in the 2024 Steelers. And I think Russ is a big part of that. I really do. I think he's keeping the team locked in. He's staying focused. And he just takes it week by week. I think he takes it day by day, game by game, quarter by quarter, just locked in, focused. That's his approach. And I think the team's taking on that approach too.
I'm with you. It's just been, I've heard a couple people, man, bring that up. I'm like, I ain't feel like this yesterday. Why y'all want to keep bringing it up, though? Make me feel weird, man. Should I be thinking about it? I don't feel like I should, but should I?
If we do end up losing, we could definitely call it a Tomlin loss.
Don't you do that.
I don't think it's going to happen, though.
He said, if it don't work, I will call it a Tomlin loss.
And it all depends on how it plays out and stuff. If we look unprepared, if we look lackadaisical, and we're getting blown out, or we're down double digits in the first half, and we got to scrap our way back, that's a Tomlin loss type of game.
Okay.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what scenario if we
that's
lose
what I'm
to
trying,
the 2-8 Browns,
like how does that
wouldn't be a Tomlin loss. Actually, the more I think about it,
because
the Browns are 2-8. I think it's just the record.
Now Jameis was hooping last week. The past couple of games, he can hoop.
He's been putting up yards.
He could get hot. I don't feel like the loss was on him. We'll talk about it more, but I don't feel like last week was on him. So it's like, is that a scenario where we would at least kind of justify it? Maybe I don't know.
If he goes off, but then I'm just like, the defense needs to be better than that. This is ridiculous.
Okay, I see what you mean with that. Yeah,
I get Jameis. He's got some pop to his game at times. He can be streaky, but they don't have Amari Cooper anymore. Nick Chubb's a shell of himself. Their offense is still terrible around Jameis. There's no reason we should be giving up high 20s, 30s against them still, in my opinion. On a Thursday night, too. Come on. I don't know. I think, you know what? If we lose this game to 2-8 Browns, it's a Tomlin loss.
Okay. Because that was my whole thing. I'm just like, when I'm watching them, I do
just don't lose.
Like watching them, I'm like, yo, they're capable. They're definitely a capable team. And I think what we joked about 4 weeks ago, we want Deshaun Watson out there because I do think Jameis makes them a little bit more like productive and scarier. Watson wasn't doing this type of stuff in terms of the vertical threats, and that's Jameis's game. Like, we know Jameis has a 5,030 tutty season before. We got 30 picks with it, but it's like he's definitely capable of producing though. So, like, is that ain't gotta be all the way a negative? Like, but yeah, it would be. It's good. It's gonna be super loud. It'll be super loud. You know, it'll be so.
Even
loud,
if it's
bro.
a close game,
it'll be super loud.
Classic AFC North little battle.
Yeah.
And we don't blow them out. Just win it.
Yeah.
Just win it. Like we're not going to come in here and talk about a Tomlin loss, or if it was a letdown game, or if we overlooked the Browns because you won the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just win the game.
Yep.
Even if it's ugly, just
you could win by one. You could win 6-3, and we would not
just
be tripping. We'll be like,
I won't be tripping.
After a tough Ravens game,
Thursday night on the road. I'll take it.
Look,
we got out of the stadium with a dub. Now we got the mini bye week.
We have the mini bye week to do our obligatory. Is Russ good enough to score touchdowns? Has the offense fallen apart? And do we blow it up? And we be like, we just won. We won. It was time to win. It was ugly. It was gritty. We did it though. I feels you, baby. I feels you.
All right, next one. We got that boy 23 say, y'all see Deontay Johnson's locker room video? He wants to be back.
No, what happened to the locker room? I missed that.
I didn't see the video. I read some of his comments, though. And I'll paraphrase as best I can.
Okay,
He said he talked to Tomlin at some point. I don't know if it was before the game.
Mm-hmm.
Probably before the game. It might have been after. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he said he talked to Tomlin, and it's all love. And Tomlin said to Deontay that we miss him. And, he was just saying it's I think all things are good.
Good. No, I like that.
I think he kind of brought up his recent journey this year of being on different teams and how some stuff's just out of his control and he's just trying to grind through it. It's not optimal, but
it's different, man. you kind of alluded to it yesterday when you was just saying how quickly things could change, man. Like,
yeah,
both him and Kenny are kind of like the prime examples of it. But it's like, yeah, this dude went from having a prominent role in an organization that loved him and fully supported him to now you just the new guy. And you the new guy that isn't, highly invested in with those organizations. And yeah, he's kind of feeling it's a little different, man. It is. But, man, hopefully DJ will be resilient. And I also hope he kind of learns from the situation here when he did get disgruntled and how it kind of, put him in that situation to even open the door for it. It's like, hey, just give it time, man. Don't be viewed as a cancer. Don't be viewed as the guy that if it's not going your way or you're not getting involved, you're disgruntled, because that has a negative stigmatization that comes with it, and we know how teams will feel about it.
The grass ain't always greener.
Yeah.
On the other side, unless you're Patrick Queen.
Shout out to PQ.
I just lost this one. Someone joined the upper room, or someone gifted an upper room membership.
Oh, Tito. Should have been Tito Good Vibes giving one. So shout out to Tito, paying it for being an absolute rock star at life and being one of the biggest supporters, not just of this channel, man, of the sneaker channel, Kicking It With Moats. You be on every single video. Salute you, Tito, from the heart. Salute you. And like I said, keep doing your thing with your wife, man. I like how y'all be rocking out, man, all right? But whoever the individual was that he gifted that membership to, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Farron Bradford, what game do y'all feel will be our statement game? Or do you think we have had one already? I think Philly week is when we fire on all cylinders.
That's a good question.
Hopefully it's in the playoffs.
Okay. Via Super Bowl, personally, just that be the.
I know what he's talking about, though.
I'm messing with you, man.
It's the, but I am honest in saying I hope the statement game's in the playoffs. You don't want to peak too early.
Yeah.
But I get what he's saying. A statement game where you really like for the Bills, that was probably a statement game, right? Against the Chiefs.
Not really. I mean, I know y'all would put it on. That game was bigger to everybody else outside of Buffalo than people in Buffalo. I told you.
I think that's what I'm referring to as well. Like, if we have a big win, where let's say we blow out the Ravens or something, like I'll be pumped about it. But I think the national media is going to be the ones going crazy about it, because I know that's not going to matter.
It doesn't matter,
necessarily. It matters a little bit in the moment, but it's still all about what you do in the playoffs.
Yeah. And because all of us, Pittsburgh, Buffaloes as well, it's been a while now since they've had a chance to get back to that game and actually have that moment. Yeah, this regular season stuff right now is like, it's cool. It does matter. But in the grand scheme, it doesn't matter more than postseason. I think the teams that are serious, like, teams and understand that, I don't think any of these teams, you can ask Baltimore, you can ask Kansas City, you can ask us, and you can ask Buffalo. It's like, I don't think any of those teams are going to look at a regular season game, oh, this is a statement for this is what we need. It's like, no, I think all of them are trying to get in pole position for that postseason. Yeah. And that's what they want to be like, clicking on all cylinders. They don't want to peak too soon. They don't want to be over here, oh, we found all cylinders in weeks 6 through 12, and then you get to the back end, and all of a sudden you didn't got out of rhythm. Now you're out of the whack. And now the postseason hitting one and done.
It's really like one seed or bust.
Yeah, dude. So everybody, I think all of them are just like so locked in on that right now because it's kind of been separated. Like, you see it where it's at, man. Say.
If you had to pick one, though. I mean, we got to win the game for it to be a statement game. It would.
I would say Ravens game.
I would say the Chiefs. If we beat the Chiefs.
Okay, so you would say okay. So yeah, Chiefs on
beat
Christmas
the Chiefs
would be
on
big.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's big. I like this Ravens one. Like, I think this was a big
statement.
The one
that just happened.
Yeah, because up until then, everybody was still critical of who were the quality of opponents that we've played. What style could we actually win in? The way that Baltimore had been playing this season and scoring points. Yeah. So it was a lot of people was questioning the defense. I mean, we did give up 27 points to the Commanders the week prior too. So I looked at that. I'm like, yo, we can make a case that this was one of those ones because we got a lot of information. We saw that we could win a tight game where we didn't actually score touchdowns. We saw we got a kicker that regardless of where you're kicking, which direction and distance, he's going to be money even with Justin Tucker in the building across from him. We saw that. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't think it's happened yet for us, though, honestly.
Yeah, I would like to think we haven't hit our peak. We should only be
Yeah.
getting better.
I wonder how they feel in Detroit. Because, you know, it's like, I'm like, are y'all
I'd be
peaking
feeling
too
terrible
soon?
right
Yeah,
now.
I'm like, y'all look like y'all are
If I was a
hitting
fan, I'd be feeling
on
terrible.
all cylinders. Like,
They don't know any better, though.
They don't, though. And I think that's the issue. I think they've, hey, man, we cooked. Like, all right, bro.
I could easily see the 49ers beating them. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
a team like that.
Philly
First
catching
round
them. Yep.
on the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, y'all are clicking on all cylinders, and it's feeling a little too perfect, too early. But you here, man. Oh, question. I'm not sure. You might already got this. Do we get that boy 23's first one where it says Casey loses this week and we win? We got that one. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. But I just didn't click the heart on. All right, bet. So we straight there. All right. Dondre Zil?
He says, Dak and Kirk, the same guy. They just know how to finesse the money out of the franchise teams. Wins and stats, but terrible playoff wins.
Once again, playoffs is a whole separate metric, man. It still matters, and that's what separates the good from the elite. But to act as if playoffs is the only thing that matters when talking quarterbacks, that's not accurate. So when you go back to the other metrics, and a lot more quarterbacks in this league have the regular season metrics. Not a lot of quarterbacks have postseason metrics. How many quarterbacks in this league currently have postseason wins? We're going to be naming the same people over and over because it's only a select handful of those guys that have even made it to the playoffs and let alone won the playoffs. So if you don't have the same select few that we're going to continue to name for the next however many years that we've been doing before, it was the same group of names at the other group. It's like, if you don't have that, what is your next alternative? The guys that can get you a ton of the other stuff and at least put you in position that, hey, maybe we can get lucky. Maybe this is Kirk Cousins getting hot and finding a way to beat Drew Brees on the road into oh, man, it can happen, right? It's coin flip. Like, you just never know. Maybe, man, we got everybody's cooking also. Everybody's healthy, man. All right,
maybe
cool.
This is the year.
Right. But unless you have the same guys that we're going to continue to name, that we've continued to name for the past years, what is your alternative? These are the alternatives. Those are your next best in line. Not everybody drives a Ferrari. Not everybody drives a Bentley. Not everybody drives a Range. Not everybody drives a Porsche. Not everybody drives a Beamer. Not everybody drives a BMW or a Benz. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, we just keep going. What's the next best thing? So eventually you got to find the next best thing, and that's Dak and Kirk Cousins. It used to be Jimmy G. Remember him? He used to be in that convo. Now we've seen how it shifted. But it's like, yo, if you don't have that elite, which is, like I said, the same select handful, pick your poison.
Again, the problem is Dak is getting paid like a Porsche. Like
this is the first season of him getting $60 million. Prior to that, he was Bentley value costing an Explorer as a fourth rounder. You can't say, which fourth rounder have turned into franchise quarterbacks that have won double-digit games on multiple seasons in a row? Have one seeds or top two seeds?
That's going back to his rookie contract.
I'm just saying in general. He's been the guy that has went from grossly underpaid to now overpaid. Whereas all the other guys we be naming were overpaid when they got into the league as first-round, second-round draft picks, getting them M's and stinking it up. Dak just getting it on the back end. Now we upset with Dak because he getting 60. Man,
I'm not upset with him.
I'm just saying in general, we had that energy when you draft these quarterbacks in the first round every single. It's like, yo, he sucked, but he gonna get guaranteed how much money. He sucked, but he guaranteed how much money. We don't care about none of that though. Like, man, one way or the other, man, somebody gonna get paid. So you just hope that, hey, man, get him at the right time.
Yeah, you hope your franchise is making the right decisions.
Yeah. Shout out though, man. Shout out.
Dondre Zoe, Broderick got to be tops in penalties among linemen.
Hey, what Coach T said?
Probably.
Coach T said, man, we ain't blinking. We ain't wavering. Ain't even considering it. Said Broderick ain't blinking. He ain't wavering. He ain't considering it out either. All right, we locked in. For better or worse, man. I dig what he said, though. Like, going back and listening to Coach T in this press conference, man, he talked a little bit about...
he had one today. I didn't even realize.
It was yesterday. He almost did like a pseudo hybrid of...
COVID one.
It low-key felt like that, yeah. It was like weird, man. It was like it kind of talked the Ravens game, but he said he didn't watch the tape. He's like, I haven't even watched this game. I've been strictly Cleveland because it's a short week. So
just watch our podcast or listen to our podcast. We
key,
break it down.
Low key, I tried to send him the text like, Coach, you know what I mean? Yeah, he acting funny. He didn't want to open it up there. But with that though, man, he did kind of talk because they were asking him about Broderick and the penalties and would you consider, taking him out the lineup and this and that. And he's like, nah, like we are not even considering any of that type of stuff. Like he has a ton of not just confidence in him, but he's a young player. And I'm not blinking on this dude. He's not blinking on me. And he's like, he's versatile. He has a lot of, I forgot how he worded it specifically, but basically saying like he brings a lot to the table, but he's a young guy. And watching him, I'm like, I agree. My big knock on Broderick, I mean, this year and last year, it's just been the effort part. I'm like, I don't mind you getting beat if it's skill related. And I felt like this game when he did get beat by Owe, it felt more skill related. It didn't feel like he was lacking in effort. You're going to get beat at times in this league, man. Everybody at this level is good enough to make a play. But play like it matters to you. You know what I mean? Play like you got some passion. Like, I want to do this, versus I'm supposed to do this. Or, of course. What you mean? I don't have to care about this. I'm going to get this every time. Like, don't give me that energy because that's when you see it look bad at times. Like, real, real bad. But, yeah, I wasn't tripping on it, man. And even with the penalties, we kind of talked about the penalties as well. As long as it's an in-play aggressive penalty, I'm cool. Don't give me the pre-snap false starts. I don't want the false starts because to me, that's a lapse in your mental. That's you not even be able to sit in the huddle and him say, hey, Deke, man, it's on too. And you can't go there, walk 5 steps over there, sit there and go on too. Like, that's a lack in focus. But when I see you just, all right, you got to hold a penalty because the guy beat you. Hey, all right, you said, I would much rather hold you than let you kill my quarterback. Or I'm going to try my best to maybe get a quick tug and hope the referee don't see it. Just what happened, they've been seeing it. But to me, I can live with that a little bit more with a young player like Broderick. But hopefully he keeps getting better though, man.
Hollywood 931. When I hear Moats talk about Dak, I see that kid that saw the star on that helmet for the first time.
I like it. I'll just say this, man. We are privileged because we've had Ben Roethlisberger. Y'all seen what the quarterback market looks like since Ben in Pittsburgh. Which one of them would we have taken over Dak? Deke gonna say Kenny.
Give Kenny one more year.
You heard him, right?
Give Kenny one more year on a rookie contract.
Deke been hollering about Kenny for the past couple of years. Give
him one more year.
Dak was past that as a 4th round his rookie year. That's all. Yeah, so it's like, show me the guy. Was it Mitch? We see Mitch once again, and I'm a Mitch guy. I rocks with Mitch. Shout out to the Hobie. But even with him, it's like he ain't even done that. No, we ain't gonna say Duck. I like Duck too. Shout out to Duck. But that's my whole thing, man. Hey, man. It's hard, man. Quarterbacks hard to find. We were blessed with Ben Roethlisberger, and that changes how we view everybody else. But we kind of got a little glimpse of what it looked like before. Yeah, I'm good on that. I would gladly take that.
I think we'd be in a good spot with Kenny this year. I think we'd be in the mix like we are right now. But, hey, we're talking a huge hypothetical there. Huge. All right, not huge. Not huge. I mean, we won games with Kenny.
We won games, yeah.
Are we 8-2? Yeah. I think that's
we won games with Kenny,
the question. I think that's the story.
But we're not saying could we win with Kenny. We're saying could Kenny play better than Dak? Because that's what we're talking about.
I do think that.
That's why I disagree. Yeah.
I think he could.
Yeah, I feel like all the quarterbacks I named, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking Dak over each and every one of them. No,
but even if he doesn't, it's worthwhile seeing Kenny on the 3rd year of his rookie contract if he can be around there.
All of those, I agree, but those I think are different convos than what the convo was. The convo was
I'm not paying Dak. Kenny $60 million if he was doing Dak stuff.
But you said that you would take him or you would take all these other guys versus Dak. And Dak stuff is still 4,000.
Well,
30 plus
when you bring up the contract,
10 plus wins.
You got to start having different conversations.
He bring a lot to the table.
You got to start talking about. There's a $30 million difference between a Baker Mayfield or a Geno Smith.
It is $30 million in production when you're talking about Dak. That's been the difference. His consistency with it. It's like you don't get the 60 without having all of this in line for you, man. We don't have to love it. We don't love it.
I think it's a bad. I think it's a terrible choice. That's their choice.
But
just like the Dolphins paying too. That's fine.
When you look at the market, I just say, what is the alternative?
trying to get that number down. Be a better negotiator.
You trying to be cheap and pray for something great to happen. That's what that sound like, man. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's a lot of teams that are struggling with that same model right there.
I know I ain't getting great with Dak, so you might just have to pivot then.
All I know is Dak has had the Cowboys in the convo heavily the majority of the time he's been in Dallas. They don't have a lot of, they're barely getting in as a 7 seed or a 6 seed. Heavily in the convo. Now, when you get into the single elimination tournament, I get it. That's a whole other convo. But to act as if Dak Prescott, he do that now.
I'll keep you relevant.
He do that now.
It's just that's not worth 60 to me.
Teach their own there, man. Yeah.
Dondre Izzo. I know it's middle of the season, but how do you justify not paying Dan?
Are we 100% so that we're going to choose him versus going the other route, which would be allowing Broderick to potentially go to the left and letting Dan walk? And I'm saying, Troy, you're going to play right. Because that was the convo a while, even leading up until this season. It was like, yo, when we put in Broderick at left, when's Broderick at left? Broderick's play at right has made it to the point where people have questioned, do you want him over there now? But that had been kind of the thing that we even talked about with the draft. It was like, yo, you bring in Troy, so now you got your 2 first-rounders. I'm a Dan Moore fan. I love what Dan has done in the sense of, I like the underdog story. Coming here as a late-round pick, you're not supposed to be out there, but you out there, and each and every year you keeping them big money dudes up off of you, not allowing people to come in here and take your spot, and now it's time to get the bag. I love it. But if you're Pittsburgh, how do you do that?
Yeah, you definitely got to see what else you're paying this offseason and how much you can afford. Because you got to pay a quarterback here. You got to figure out quarterback. You're going to have to give Pickens an extension.
Based off of the play of Broderick well.
You're going to have to be talking about Najee Harris.
Ooh, yeah. What's you doing at quarterback?
Well, right now you're paying Russ.
I think that's priority number 1, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
But the next typically highest paid position is left tackle.
Pickens should be getting more than left tackle.
Who is more valuable? Ooh, that's low key. Who's been the more consistent player throughout their time here? GP is more exciting, but who's been more consistent? Let's have that convo.
I think Pickens is better at his position than Dan Moore.
Better at his position. Who's been more consistent? Pickens has way more talent. I'm with you 100%. Like, Pickens, to me, has top 5 ability. And I hope that we see that all the way come to fruition, not just this year, but continue on. But we know we've had some.
I know. Even with Pickens' hiccups, I think he's still a bigger positive on the team.
Respect.
Than Dan Moore.
Respect.
So, I hear you're right. I don't know what's the left tackle market right now.
Left tackle market is usually the second highest paid position on your team.
It's either them or DN. They're not getting Justin Jefferson money though, right?
Trent Williams, check him out.
$30 million. Yeah, he might be getting around 30.
Because Trent is like the Justin Jefferson of left tackles.
He might be.
Yeah.
So it's there. Either way, it's around there. I would expect Pickens to have a bigger contract though than Dan Moore in our case.
I do too. But I'm literally thinking to myself, like, shoot, we know Pickens can have a bad game, we could win. Dan Moore have a bad game, we are hurting. Just because of the value of the position. That's why left tackles do get paid and get drafted as high as they do, right behind quarterbacks.
It's like high 20s is the top dudes.
Okay.
Williams at 27, Darisaw at 26, Tunsil 25. So I guess after quarterback,
up there.
I would say receiver then, and then left tackle.
Yeah, and then you throw on offense, yes. Because then on defense is usually DN or a pass rusher, corner, maybe linebacker, interior D lineman. So he's up there in terms of his value, and he has definitely earned the money also. And I'm just thinking, based off of the track record of how we paid Chuks body of work when he got that deal was not Dan Moore's body of work, man.
Agreed. Yeah, it just all depends on how much money we got.
Do we feel like Broderick could replace him? Do we feel like you could
might
easily
have no
replace
choice.
Dan Moore right now?
You might have no choice. You just
Because he might price himself out, yeah.
Because you drafted him in the first round. So obviously you do believe in Broderick Jones to an extent.
Right.
It's almost like you got to, if you're a bird coming out of the nest, you got to take that jump out the nest and you got to try to fly, right? So this is kind of that scenario.
We've seen Dan earn, he didn't learn to fly. We didn't even think that egg was going to hatch. And that egg done found a way to fly. We like, yo, it's flying. It look good all of a sudden. Hold on now. Yeah.
But now he might move on. So now, Broderick, you're next up.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. I think that's what it comes down to. If you can afford Dan Moore, I think that helps the team a lot.
I'm with you as well. But it's like,
I think it gives you a sense of security going into next year.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, if we got to get Russ deal done, we got to get Dan deal. We're going to want to get GP at some point next year. And the Najee situation, I'm like, yo, that's getting a little costly.
We do have a bunch of cap space.
And we can restructure.
I think we're at like 73 for 2025 offseason. So right there, I mean, if Russ gives us a little hometown discount, gives us like a little $30 million per year deal.
30.
So that cuts that $70 million
30,
to 40.
Deke, 30. He getting 40 right now. You want to take 30? That's 10. And you saying he's playing better now than what he was when he was getting the 40? What? That's tough. And he's actually winning. That's tough.
Brady was taking 25 for the Bucs.
He's not Brady. Brady was married to Giselle. He's married to Sierra. Giselle has a lot more. Sierra's a ton of money, but Giselle's way more.
He's not married anymore, though.
This is also rich. You are sick, bro. You are sick.
Digital Dust is even going less than me. He said 2 years, $50 million for us.
Bruh, I'm just like, yo, how we get there? Like
40's probably fair.
We're gonna pay you less for doing better than what you was.
No, let's just say we gave you the chance.
He gave you.
What
the
organization is
chance.
going to be a better fit than us for you?
Which player is going to get you to what I'm bringing you? I see your next best option in Fields. You see him every day. And who he say is his favorite? He look up to me. He said, "Huh."
And we got Fields as Russ's understudy. I think there's a reason. We got Fields chilling there, watching everything Russ does.
Robin spent a lot of time with Batman. That's what I do know. Robin spent a lot of time with
Joe
Batman,
Montana,
bro.
Steve Young.
Steve Young spent a lot of time with Joe Montana. A lot of time. Yeah. I'm still gonna roll Montana though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna still take Batman. I love Robin and Steve Young are great. All right, great. Hey man, it could work out, but give me the guy.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to get Russ for 30.
Would you rather pay Russ whatever it takes to keep him and potentially just move on from a Dan, move on from a Najee? Because I could see that scenario also.
Well, see how the season plays out.
Okay.
Luckily, we don't have to make this decision now.
Respect.
If he goes deep in the playoffs, AFC Championship, balls out, Super Bowl, that type of stuff, then
I'll be over here.
Yeah,
Broderick,
maybe you are handcuffed.
Broderick, you're playing left tackle. I don't care. Get good. Najee, I appreciate you, Jalen Warren. It's on you. I'm gonna draft me. Give me a back. Let me go find me a running back coming out of college real quick, man. Yeah.
Someone should give Russ that Bible verse. Who was on the? It was Peyton Wilson. He kept bringing up that Bible verse. Money's the root of all evil.
He did say that.
Someone send that Bible verse to Russ in the offseason.
Peyton said some funny stuff in that interview, bro.
Russ is a big Christian, man. He believes in God. Say, hey, God said this, Russ.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Respect. Peyton also said, man, it's 2024, man. Them dollars will put you back together. I'm like, hey, bro, don't take that approach, man. Protect yourself, please. Yeah. I like it, though. He was like, hey, man, I ain't worried about the injury. It's 2024. They'll put me back. Respect, though, man. But shout out to that question, Dondre. I like that right there, man. Shout out to Dan Moore.
I'm open to bringing Dan Moore back. I didn't think this would be a thought midway through 2023. But,
I'm sure there's a lot of people.
We're in 2024.
It's a lot of people that thought that, bro. A lot of people, man. But like I said, it's a testament to Dan Moore, man. I'm all like, Russ is another one of those guys, mid-round draft pick that did everything he could to kind of ascend to the level that he's at, man. I like them dudes, man. Like them dudes.
Donovan Bicklehop. Deke, what's going on with the band? Need the album?
Yeah, where the album at, bro?
Uh,
You Kanye in this right now, bro.
we are.
What's up,
Definitely.
man?
We're working on our second song. Second song's almost done.
Okay.
First song's done. Kinda.
You tell me, is Mixed Master finished up now?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was the stage last time.
We might go change something with it.
Oh, you perfecting it. It's the baby. I get it. So hold on. Just let me get that kick again real quick. Hold on, let me try this again real quick.
Second song sounded really good though. First song sounds really good. I think there's just like a tweak or two we might need to make. We've talked about it.
More enjoyable recording the first song or the second song?
Oh, great question.
It's first time you don't know anything. You just kind of
Yeah.
And then the second one is like, yo, we kind of know like
I think
this what to expect.
I think the third one will be the best for me.
Okay.
Because the second one, my buddies texted me the day of our first recording for the second song and said, "Hey, we're recording." Like, and I completely forgot we had this scheduled from months ago.
Deke.
So I wasn't prepared at all for my parts and like what little fills I wanted to be doing and all that stuff. Now, granted, it is our song, but we've only played it live. We've only played it in practice. So it's like I could play it however I want in those settings and do different things. But when you're recording, it's like that's forever. Once you get it recorded, that's the fill for the verse to chorus.
Right, that's what it's
transition.
Gonna be officially. Yeah.
That's what it's going to be for the bridge. That's what's going to be for all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I wasn't prepared at all. And drums are the first part that you want to record. You want to get that bass, that foundation of that bass line for the
vocals,
bass,
the guitar, stuff like
all
that.
that stuff. Yeah, you want it to all be in time. So they feed off that. They listen to that whenever they're recording their stuff. So I wasn't ready at all, and I was not happy. I was pissed off throughout the process, but I was able to get something at least together.
Yeah.
That we were able to use for our singer. Well, because our singer is also our guitarist, but he was able to sing over it, play guitar over it, and our bassist was able to play bass over it too. And then I went back in to do the drums over again. So that part was fun. But like the whole process of the second song, up and down.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of how it started.
I respect that.
But I think I enjoyed re-recording the drums the best on this second song, just because I think you've been through the process a couple times.
Yeah. I like that, man. Shout
you know
out,
what to expect.
Shout out.
To answer your question.
I like that.
Thanks for asking.
No, you speak my language. You know, that's them drums. That's touched my heart. That's the nostalgia on me. All right, so I love any of that. Shout out to you, man.
We're almost done. I'm done on it. I think the instruments are for the most part done. I think singers just got to throw some extra vocals on, some harmonies, and do some extra things.
Let's get it.
Pete
Did we get Samuel Pugh? I don't know. Did we get the Samuel Pugh one?
Maybe.
He says, "Oh, yo, this is the year to sweep the Browns. F them." I think I remember F them. I don't know.
I haven't said that.
I don't think he said that one. All right, shout out to Samuel Pugh then, man. Yeah, that was a little earlier in the show, man. But he says, "Yo, this is the year that we're gonna sweep the Browns. Let's do it, man. Let's do it." No
Pete
time better
Penguin's
than the
Ghost
present.
says, "Deke, I've been enjoying your live streams of the games. Any
Let's
chance
go.
you and Moats will live stream one together?"
Let's go. Man, we gonna have to talk, man. Listen, Deke be busy. Deke is big time superstar rock star. All right. But I'm always down. I'm always down for a good time, man. But Deke be outside, man. Deke real life on the grizzon right now, man.
I'm sure we could figure something out.
I'll be over here just like, yo, shout out to the homie, man. He's invited me before. I felt real. I was like, yo, shout out to the homie, man. Yeah. But Deke big time, man.
John Rye, Marco Boli said on The Fan that this is the most complete Steelers team since the 70s.
I like that. I like to see that. You don't agree that we're complete?
No. I mean, the years we won the Super Bowls with Big Ben.
Well, the season isn't over yet.
That's why it's a stretch of a take.
Okay. I could dig that. Premature or is loading. But I get the idea that he's trying to frame that we do have a very complete team.
I'd say it's the most complete team since those years we won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
How about that? How about just
that
the
works,
most complete team?
That works.
Outside of the years we won the Super Bowl, maybe.
That
I mean, some of those 90s teams probably, others would argue. I would bring up the Killer B era, but
they ain't win a Super Bowl.
I think we were more weighted on offense.
We were definitely more heavy on offense.
Yeah.
I think the thing is this is like
if Shazier would have stayed healthy, probably a different story.
I think though it always comes back to like what is more appealing when we're talking about this complete team narrative. It's like, is a complete team an offense that scores 30, a defense that pitches shutouts? Because I don't think that's realistic. But I think we've had and seen some complete teams. Like what you brought up in the Killer Bees, it's like, yo, there were some of those that I thought were complete. The Shazier one, when he got hurt, obviously was probably the most complete during that time. But when I look at this team, I'm like, this defense to me is a lot better than that defense then. But I'm torn between I love that offense from back then.
Oh, for sure.
Way more than I love this offense.
Yeah, we had Big Ben, Martavis, Juju,
AB and L. Bell. You see what I mean? I feel like that O-line washes this group right here.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm like, I get what he's pointing at because this special teams unit, I think, has a lot more proven talent on it now than what we had then. In the sense of we had, let's see, Rosie got a Pro Bowl under him. Tyler Matakavich had a Pro Bowl under him in terms of like just teamers. Here you got a Killer Brutus got a Pro Bowl. You got Tyler still here with a Pro Bowl. We know Patterson, but we won't even be used. He ain't even broken explosive one just yet. But it's just like, I don't know. And then it's still the same constant.
Yeah, he's stealing money at this point.
Hey, don't do it like that. He been banged up is what I'm hoping. That's what I'm telling myself. He's waiting to get healthy in December. But he be looking banged up every time, bro.
Just
yeah.
Show me something then.
Yeah. We need an explosive from him. That's the one he gave us the explosive. He gave us in the preseason.
He looked good before he got hurt.
He did.
He looked real good before he got hurt.
Just,
Colts game.
I think he's not healthy all the way just
Chargers
yet.
game.
Yeah. Think about how he was running in that Colts game.
He was the best running back.
He ain't been healthy. Him and Warren is like, I don't know.
Warren's been doing good recently, though.
No.
He looks right.
Now he does. But he's already missed how many games? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do get what he's saying though, with the whole complete part, but that's my big like just hiccup with it because I'm like, I'd take that offense from the Killer B era over any of these offenses that I've seen since then. But for certain, I'm taking either this defense or that. Was it 9? Was that 19? The first year with Mika here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That offense sucked though.
I see. So it's like trying to mix and match it because even them 70s teams, I'm like, yo, the 70s teams were offense, defense, special teams complete, sure.
That's 05, 08.
But 05, yeah.
That's what we were. I mean, the defense was awesome. You had young Big Ben.
But young Big Ben wasn't lighting it up like Killer B Big Ben.
Yeah,
but they still were winning though. They won the Super Bowl.
I'm telling you, he didn't have as many attempts. It was just a different style of ball. He was awesome.
I'm with you. But I'm with you though. We're not discredited 7. But 7 did get a lot better is what I'm saying throughout his career. Otherwise, he would have just been the same the whole time. And I don't want to discredit 7.
Yeah, different style. He became a different style quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those were more complete teams than this one.
Yeah,
especially given that they actually went all the way.
I think with Russ being inserted into the lineup, the 2 games where we scored, 3 games where we scored good amount of touchdowns, good amount of points, that has given us that feel of we have an explosive offense. And even with us scoring, 18 points this game, we still had multiple explosive passing and running plays. So we do have an explosive element, which separates us from times in the past where we would win without scoring a touchdown. It just felt stagnant the whole time offensively. I don't think that that's the case, but yeah, I got to see more of it though, for me to believe that this offense is like even in those combos with some of them offenses with 7, man. Shoot. Ooh.
Either way, it's a complete team.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. It's a complete team. I think we have a good complementary style going.
Yeah. Shout out.
I think he just took it a little too far with that comment.
Hey, man, he jumped the gun a little bit. He was excited. Yeah.
Just say this is the most complete team we've had in recent years.
Leave it open like that. Recent years. Not put a date on it. He put a date on it. When you put a date on it, now everybody gets a chance to pick at it. But y'all hit that like button one time. Don't forget to subscribe.
Boz and Peyton Wilson, it'll be tough for us to lose. I think we beat KC and split with Cincy and get the 2 seed.
Ooh, okay.
Can't we dream a little bigger than that?
Ooh, I was about to say he hunting the 2 seed, Deke. Who he just conceding the 1 seed to? Kansas City? Baltimore? Yeah.
Not the Bills.
Why the Bills on your mind today, bro? The Bills on your mind today? I ain't even know the way you said the Bills, bro. That's crazy. I could have sworn I said Chiefs.
I just want to make sure you want to throw them.
I thought I said Chiefs and Ravens, man.
Like we're not trying to concede to them either.
Man, if the Bills make you
left them
uncomfortable,
out, you were making it seem like Steelers would be willing to concede.
So
to that
why
team.
didn't you name the other 30 or 28 other teams that we?
Well, those are the only other teams in the mix for the 1 seed in the AFC.
Today, 2 weeks from now, it could be totally different. Could it not?
Yeah, totally different. I don't know about that. Maybe another team gets in the mix.
2 weeks from now, it could be different.
But that's all I know is what I see right now, and those are the 3 teams in the mix for the 1 seed.
Oh man, you looking at the wrong teams, man. You paranoid about the wrong stuff, man. You gotta put them blinders on, bro. Just we in our lane. It's our lane, man.
Yeah. Okay, that was Tristus over.
But I do agree though, man. I do think that I don't agree with the split in Cincy. Like, why you want to split with Cincy? You think we split with Cincy, man?
I don't know why we can't go 2-0. We could split with them. Burrow's been lighting it up, but they've also been losing games in dramatic fashion pretty consistently this year. Their defense is terrible.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm more worried about this Cleveland situation than I am Cincinnati,
wow.
bro. I promise I am. I promise you. As bad as I'm like, yo, I ain't tripping on Cincy. I'm like, yo, I think we'll be straight for Cincy. I think we good for Cincy. This the weirdo Cleveland stuff, man. I just it makes me just I don't like.
What is it exactly? Because you're not giving any attention to the Tomlin loss element of this, or the letdown element.
The reason is, like I said, when you have the ability to create explosives and you're getting the short week, but you're the road team, it just gets weird at times, man.
You're thinking the Joe Flacco, Anthony Richardson effect.
It gets weird. And we also know what it feels like to play in Cleveland. You've been out there. We've been out there. This will be our first road game. They ain't about to show us love in there like that. It's just a lot that comes with it, man. Now, the comfort I find is with Russ. Because I'm like, yo, I know Russ is the constant that steadies the ship through all of it. And I feel like when it comes down to it, he is less likely to make the mistake that Jameis Winston is likely to make. But at the same time, I feel like Jameis at this stage, man, still can do more of the get streaky hot and make it real weird in there. And he's even showing that this season in his opportunities, but that's Jameis's game. He's either going to look great or he's going to throw you out of it. But he does have the potential to get hot and look great. And I don't know what that could look like.
I just noticed this. It's funny that they brought up your hoodie and thought it was a Lions hoodie because you got a Ford hat on.
Yeah, the Ford Motor. Yeah, it's the Ford. You remember the Ford Motor joint? Yeah, this is like my official Ford hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this when I shot their little commercial. I was happy too, bro.
Because that goes hand in hand with Detroit.
Oh my God! Can you stop, man? Why are you trying to do this, bro? I broke out my Ford hat. I'm gonna give y'all the full rundown on why my outfit is my outfit. Okay,
you
guys.
For Super Bowl XL, we won in Detroit.
Okay,
how about that?
Listen. I wanted to wear my Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 lows, okay? They have nice blue in the shoe. I needed some blue. I didn't want to put on my Bills blue. So I said, let me find something else that's blue. I grabbed my tour hoodie. I need a haircut. My guy's coming tonight. Shout out to him, all right? So I said, let me grab a hat that matches. I wanted to change it up. I've been bucket hatting a lot. So I was like, let me, you know what I mean? Give it, yeah. So that's why, and it's the Ford one. I like this hat because, like I said, I got this at Latrobe. A Pittsburgh Steelers training camp, might add. Okay, shooting my Ford commercial, man, for the official sponsor, the official trunk of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know the Ford F-150,
and,
man.
And an American truck.
It's official, bro. Come on, man. American muscle, man. Heck yeah. I done been in front of that truck 2 times, shooting the commercial and then shooting the promo with Troy Fautanu when I butchered his name when he had just got to town the day after he got drafted and nobody knew how to pronounce his name. I was like, yo, we got Troy Fautanu. I was like, oh God, just. Why you ain't telling me that before I got the mic? Appreciate you, though. You know what I mean? So that's why I got the hat on, man. But y'all got to stop this, man. All right? I am loyal. I have standards as it comes to my fandom, man. Y'all got to stop playing with me like that, all right? Yeah, it's for what it is for all the dogs, man. It's all in concert, man. It's an expensive hoodie. So I was like, yo, Drake, why you charging so much for the hoodie, bro? But Wifey and KK wanted it. So I got it. One band, one sound. Deke, you know how it go. Why you think we stream so much? Hey, so we got to work, man.
Yeah.
Got work. Dang.
Danny Littlejohn asks, when is Roman Wilson or Corey Trice in the field?
Corey Trice was technically listed as a full participant yesterday. Now, context, they did not practice. It's a glorified walkthrough, and it's a kind of like a educated guess on who would have practiced in their availability. But Corey Trice was listed as a full participant. So to me, I do anticipate us seeing him on Thursday, or at least coming sooner rather than later, because they've already opened up, like I said, his window. He's been a part of this convo. This is just a short week, but he was technically listed on their like injury report this week as a full participant yesterday. But once again, on Thursday night games, the practice is a walkthrough, man. You're gonna have you'll put your uniform on for practice, but you in there in tennis shoes, man. Some guys might have cleats, but nobody is doing it to that level, man. So I think that we'll see him sooner. Roman Wilson, not sure, because he's dealing with hamstring, right? That's what had repopped up.
Yeah, he's on the IR.
Yeah,
he's not playing this year.
Don't do him like that.
He's not.
Don't do him like that. I'm holding out for him and Troy. Him and Troy late in the year make a return.
I think the only way Roman Wilson sees the field if someone gets hurt.
Respect on that.
We got Williams. Yeah. We got Pickens, Calvin Austin, Jefferson, Scotty Miller. At this point, I would like to see what Roman Wilson can do as opposed to Austin or Van Jefferson. I would like to see that, but I don't think the comfort's there enough for Tomlin to put Roman Wilson out there in place of those guys, because at least there's some sort of trust that they're going to be doing the right routes.
Yeah. And we've seen with Russ,
doing the right assignments.
And everybody is live on passing plays with Russ. He doesn't just look at this guy. We've seen him throw it to literally every
that's the reason I want to see Roman Wilson.
I'm with you on that.
To be honest, because it just doesn't seem like Calvin Austin and Van Jefferson can roll with any good momentum they get.
So I'm with you on that, but what I was more so alluding to, not just from an ability standpoint, more so the comfort that you're going to be where you're supposed to be standpoint. With a guy like Russ, because he's so timing and willing to hit all these different people, it's like if you put a guy out there that doesn't understand all of the little things, it could hurt it more than help it. Even though his ability is, I'm with you, probably going to be better than what Van brings or Calvin from a just pure receiving, full body of work style of player. But right now, we don't know if that's the case in terms of mentally, let alone physically, which we know he's been kind of struggling with since we drafted him.
12th wonder, biggest statement we can make is sweep the North.
Facts. Well, we off to a great start with the Ravens win. I tell you that. Get a chance to knock out 2 in 1 week. Why not? Hey man, we all know it's gonna be tough. So what? We knew that when the schedule dropped, right? So hey, just keep checking them off. Checked off the Commanders one, bet.
If anything, it's not as tough as we thought.
Ravens one, check. We making it look not as tough. We making it look like that.
There's that, but since he's as a whole worse than what we thought they were going to be, and then Cleveland at 2-8.
Okay. Record wise, yeah, we know division. It's a fight, but I do agree. I'm with you.
B-Boy 29. How much better do y'all think Russ can or will get? It's only his 4th game with this team and system. I feel like people forget that when evaluating his play.
1,000% they forget that. That's the funny part. They think he been the guy playing and starting since week 1. It's like, yeah, this dude been hurt, missed 2 months of football. He 4 weeks back, straight game mode. Yeah. He'll continue to get a lot better, man. You can even see it. Like I said, man, just how fast he's picking up on certain things, man, his decision making, and just the crispness, man, the crispness. One of my real spotlights on that was the George Pickens throw. Me and Deke, we talked about it yesterday in the sense of Deke's like, yo, man, GP, you got to catch that. I'm over here at Russ. I'm like, hey, bro, I know you can give me a little bit better. I think it's just a little bit more. But that type of stuff, I think, with Russ only is going to continue to improve because he's getting more dialed and he's getting more, up to speed and rhythm with just actual gameplay. That's one of the things, one of the biggest challenges for professional athletes is we can watch it, but the only way to stay current and stay good is by playing it. Because that speed, watching it on tape versus standing on the sideline and actually having to go out there and run it, they're all different variations of it. And I just think that that's one of the things that for Russ, his veteran and his body of work has helped him come in and hit the ground running. But he's still, just like everybody else that plays this thing, you need the reps. That's why you practice all the time, man. And that's why he's such a, like, people view him as, like, weird because of some of the stuff he does. But that's part of why he was able to come in here. And it wasn't this, like, drop off, or it wasn't this slow start that even I kind of threw out, like, yo, maybe it could be a little bit rough for him at the beginning. He's been out for 2 months. But when you think of all them weird reps we'll see him take with nobody around, or you hear him doing all the extra stuff, it's like, that's how he stays locked in and stayed ready to go. And I'm glad that he did it because it's paying dividends for us right now.
Bear Pod, LOL, we should crowdsource a Giselle intro for Deke.
Oh. I know. Be careful with that one. How you feel about that?
Yeah, you guys don't like me, man.
Yeah, be careful with Giselle, bro. She breaking hearts out here, man. Sheesh. I don't want that for the homie, dude. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Karate instructor. Or what was he?
Jiu-jitsu or something right here, bro.
Instructor. She's pregnant with
We should have known Deke, MMA,
and you guys are trying to set me up with her? Come on.
Deke, jiu-jitsu. My lady can't take jiu-jitsu. That's to get on the ground, and we got to get all intimate and wrestle closely. Like, that's designed to be on the ground.
So you wouldn't allow that if Shonda asked you?
Bro, man, no,
hey, I really
man.
want to get into this.
Listen, is it a female? And I don't even want that because I don't, just in case. Like, no. I'll be your jiu-jitsu instructor, okay? I will take the class first, and I'm going to teach you how to do jiu-jitsu. I'm not, Dick, you've seen jiu-jitsu is lay on your back, spread your legs, and I want you to welcome you into getting on top of me, and now let me try to... It's Charles Oliveira. It's Dubron. I love Oliveira. Come here. Let me wrap these legs. We're going throw this leg. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Nope. Not happening, bro. Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, no surprise to me that, oh, yeah, they found a way to like each other. Yeah. She spent a lot of time in that jiu-jitsu class, huh? A lot of time. That's a lot of reps, Deke. Deke, it's a lot of reps, bro. A lot of reps. Let me see that again.
And if she doesn't think Brady's around enough, he's too focused on football.
He over here blowing on her back of her neck. Yeah, let me try to choke you out. Whoa. hey. Family friendly, all right, guys? But yeah, bro, I'm just, no jiu-jitsu, bro. No jiu-jitsu. We're good.
Yeah. Man, that's who the chat came up with for me.
Tough.
Like that's
they
who
trying
the
to throw
chat's
you
trying
under
to set me
Giselle.
up.
That is tough, bro. Don't do my dog like that. Dang. First they were trying to put the Amber Heard on you. Now they trying to throw the... Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Giselle is attractive, and I said the same thing about Amber Heard. Amber Heard is attractive, for sure.
Highly successful in her own profession as well. So she brings a lot to the table for you. But, yeah, I'm I don't know if I like that one for you all the way, man. Now, to each their own, you know. If that's what you want, that's what you want. I'm going to support you. You still my dog, but I just...
You're talking about Giselle?
Yeah,
that's
Giselle,
not my style. Not the current situation. That's not what I'm looking for.
You know what I mean? Like a couple years ago, I'd be like, oh yeah, man, look, hey, ride till the wheels fall off. All right, see what happens, man.
Nah, even at that, I got respect for Brady. You can't mess with that.
But they were saying he was the GOAT. You gotta sabotage that situation, man. Come on, man. You know what time it is. Except for Ben. Oh, I'll talk to Giselle. Sacrifices have to be made for 7. I'm gonna go talk to Giselle. Yeah. Man.
That happened quick though, huh?
Did. Really quick. But yeah, she prego, bro. She couple months. Like, yeah, that's like legit, man. Whew, that's a lot with that situation, D. Yeah, I'm glad you don't walk in. That's a lot. D. That's a lot.
Jeff H, y'all paying Russ and letting Justin Fields walk? As of right now, yes. If it came down to that, if it's an either or decision, yes.
Because I don't know if you've been seeing, I think Giants and Panthers were the two teams, I think, early on that have been linked to wanting to go after Fields or Sam Darnold this offseason. Because they're saying, like, you can either go draft something or you can almost like the Geno Smith approach with those two dudes. Yeah,
because if you're not getting Cam Ward or Shador, you might as well go for Fields or Sam Darnold.
So I could see a scenario where
I think Vikings are still in a wait-and-see mode with Darnold,
I do as well. It's just they took J.J. in the first.
Right. So, yeah, if Darnold loses, like, first round of the playoffs, maybe you just go with McCarthy. But if Darnold goes on a run.
So, Deke, is there a scenario, though? Like, what type of run is it? Because it's Sam Darnold. It's the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
because I don't know how quickly they move, like if they would move, but it's like, yo, you drafted this kid in the first round literally this year, and he just got hurt. So you clearly saw something in him that you like, because Sam Darnold was already here in Minnesota before they drafted JJ. I don't know,
Yeah. It all depends on how much he's looking for.
Opportunity. Because I'm like, if they're selling him on, you get a chance to start there, that's probably a lot more appealing than come here, we just pay Russ. Yeah, for Fields. Yeah, versus, sit here, we just taking care of Russ. We know Russ is going to be the guy for at least another year to 2 years.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because it was yesterday we said we would try to keep both of them, but I'm just like, when I started seeing those reports last night, I'm like,
let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what teams could or should be in the market for a quarterback this offseason.
All right.
Because it wasn't as many. Because that's kind of how Fields ended up with the Steelers.
Right.
Because at that point, with all the rookie quarterbacks and the movements of the quarterbacks in free agency,
just kind of got odd.
Yeah. Fields had to take on a backup role last offseason.
Giants, Panthers, Titans.
Yep.
Not Colts. I think they're gonna give A-Rich
a full season.
I think they really will buy into him a little bit more.
So I was just gonna say, depending on how he finishes out the season, maybe they could be looking. Because say he's really sketchy down the stretch, maybe you bring in a Justin Fields to compete with him. But that wouldn't be giving Fields the job.
Yeah, and I think Fields going into Indianapolis sends a way different message to A-Rich than he's here to compete with you.
What do you mean?
I think that could really,
he's here to take your job.
Yeah, it's that's like us bringing in Russ. It's like, we can say he's here to compete, but we knew what it was when Russ. When Kenny was here, it's like, we knew what this was when he got here. I think that'd be the scenario in Indy, and I just don't know if they want to send that message just yet. Vegas. About to say, because they going through it.
That's 4. Did we say 4?
Yeah. Seattle's still going to rock with Geno. Stafford's still out in L.A.
So
Denver, you
4
got
teams,
Knicks.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as we thought.
4 teams, though.
Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. The elephant in the room. Oh, how much is still left on Watson's contract, though? Because that could deter how much you can pay him.
A ton.
Right. Because I don't think Winston's getting paid anything crazy over there. New Orleans, maybe. Because they got Carr. But I guess Carr and Fields,
I would assume they just stick with Carr.
Yeah.
Although, didn't they fire the coach?
They did.
Yeah, new regime. Who knows?
Yeah.
So maybe 4 or 5 teams, maybe even 6.
Yeah.
That's not that many. And then you get the 2 quarterbacks, Shador and Cam Moore, free agency.
So 2 of the 6 or 2 of the 5 teams out of it. So now you're looking at 3 to 4, and you're praying that they're not drafting top 10, top 15. So you probably 3 teams maybe? Because one of them will trade up
to get a guy like Beck or something.
Or just to be in the first round.
That's the thing. I think you're praying that the other teams don't view Beck, Ewers, or Milroe as a guy, as a guy that's going to start right away.
Right, because if they do, then they would rather take him versus Fields. Yeah,
right. Yeah, then they got the rookie contract with them for 4 years.
Yeah,
5 years, I guess technically.
Right, because if you look at Fields and Milroe and you feel like these are the same players, then you might go Milroe just because it's cheaper, and I got the fresh slate.
Yep.
Whereas with Fields, even though we think he's already a little bit further along in his development, that's still going to cost you more money. And you got to hope that you're the guy they can crack the code on. Right now, Arthur Smith has been the most consistent that we kind of got out of Fields. So I don't know how much that goes into the other teams around him.
What other quarterbacks could be moving?
Darnold was the other, the name that I saw the most. I think Bryce Young, potentially, in Carolina, especially if they're doing regime changes and
stuff
like that.
He's probably not getting starting quarterback
no, but I think there's still... But I think there would still be enough intrigue if I'm willing to entertain Justin Fields. I'm entertaining Bryce Young.
Yeah, bring him in as a backup or a compete guy.
I mean, just 2 years ago. 2 years ago, teams was lining up to take this dude.
I could see the Rams or a team with even us. If
you see what I mean, right? Yeah, I'm like, Bryce Young 2 years ago was top quarterback coming out.
A team with a older quarterback.
Yeah, because you would be seeing the same way we looked at Justin Fields this year, hey, if he's in this right system, maybe this is different. Maybe he just needed support around him. Fields was in Chicago. This dude was in Carolina. Hey, kind of what organizationally, you know what I mean, in terms of just where they've been lately.
Anyone else?
Jets, maybe? How long is Rodgers' death?
Are you saying that they're looking for a new quarterback?
How much longer he got, man?
He'll be back.
Yeah, told me. I mean, this the year.
He'll be back.
They said last
Based
year
off
was the
the book
year.
that I
This
just
year
read
was the
about
year.
him, he'll be back.
I'm just trying to see when is that Hassan Riddick said he ain't sold on it. He said, bro, I'm trying to get what I get and get up out of there. I'm trying to figure out, like, yeah.
Rodgers will be back.
Okay.
But I don't think that would stop him for trading like a Bryce Young,
right?
A backup. But we're talking about starters.
Yeah.
Like new quarterbacks on new QB1s on new teams.
Yeah. Giants.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, we talked about them. We brought them up. Yeah. I'm talking about quarterbacks who are moving now. So
no, I'm saying like get opportunity to start at quarterback though.
Daniel Jones.
That's what I'm saying. I can see them moving on from him. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So if they move on from him, that's another quarterback that's in it. Yeah. But it's also another job opportunity as well. Though.
I don't think anyone's giving him a starting job.
I think his market would be stronger than Sam Darnold's though.
No.
Yes.
No way.
Sam Darnold hasn't had a season like Daniel Jones has had. That's why Daniel Jones got the 40. He's doing
but
good this year,
and he's doing it most recently though.
Okay.
Who else? I do think he's gonna be on a new team either way.
Because like.
So I think only two of those guys, Fields and Darnold, will have legit chances to be a starter on the new team. I don't think Young or Danny Dimes.
I think Jones and Young will. I think all four of their scenarios. I don't think any of them just get signed as the clear-cut starter. I think even if Fields signs in Carolina, I think it's Sam Darnold going to Minnesota, and they're still going to draft J.J. McCarthy in the first round. I don't think none of those four, they're just getting signed above, like, competition. I think, like, they're going to have to prove it. And whatever team signs them, they're still going to draft somebody. I think it's Minnesota. I think that's the vibe. I think that model of, Or even when San Fran, when they took Trey Lance, they still had Jimmy G out there. Like, I don't know. I just think it's
Trey Lance. If the Cowboys actually put him in and he does good,
he keep holding out hope for that one, man. It's the reason why.
I don't think he's good.
I'm with you.
Why not at this point, though?
But my whole question was, why did you even draft him as early as you did? Because he plays quarterback and has potential. Ooh, I get it.
Well, that whole draft class looks like a disaster anyway.
It does right now. It does.
Trey Lance, Mac Jones.
It's a little rough right now.
Trevor Lawrence, Fields, and Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I was forgetting. Yeah, it's been a little rough.
Holy.
Best quarterback of the group, Lawrence, maybe?
Lawrence for sure, but Fields looks the best most recently.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, because I'm like, Lawrence be up and down sometimes. Lawrence be over here like, hey, bro.
Lawrence had a good, 3-4 games before he got hurt, but his season's been a disgrace.
Yeah.
Speaking of contracts, that's not looking good either.
It's a bad contract. But he's a market. That's the guy.
He's got one more year. Because they're not going to bring in a new guy. You got to.
No, you can't. Yeah.
You got to see what he's got at least for one more year.
So not as many options, but he'll have a couple spots.
Yeah.
But I think any of those dudes that sign somewhere, they're gonna still more than likely have some type of quarterback competition. They might be like the front runner or the pole position guy, but I think they're still gonna have somebody that they get brought in to compete against. Because otherwise, as an organization, how do you look at Justin Fields right now and just say, yo, hand him the keys to the car. We don't want him to compete with anybody. Or Sam Darnold, hand him the keys to the car. 6 games. Darnold's, 10 games? I just think that that's, for some of these teams, I don't think that that's enough to convince them that they're
I think it depends on how Darnold finishes up, too.
Yeah.
If Darnold finishes up good, I think someone will pay him like Baker Mayfield type of stuff.
Yeah. Now, does the fact that he's throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison add anything to it? Because not everybody has those receivers, and they make a lot of people look really, really good.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just would think if he finishes good, has a good stat line for the regular season, does maybe a little something in the playoffs, someone will give him like starters money. Again, not saying that
the 25 to the Geno deal.
Yeah,
the Geno to Baker.
Not saying they don't bring in a guy in the draft, the second or third round, have a competition, or bring in another free agent competition. But I think he's gonna have the job though.
Yeah,
week 1. He's going to be in the pole position, as Tomlin would say.
Nah, respect.
He's going to be named the starter after he signs the contract.
Pole position. I like it.
The problem with Fields is he only got the first 6 weeks, and we're not going to be able to see him late into the season and playoffs and that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. If he would have continued what he was doing, and we're 8-2 with Fields right now, and he finishes off strong, maybe 30 total touchdowns, 5 or 6 picks, we win a playoff game, then I think he's getting starters treatment in free agency if we didn't re-sign him.
I would agree with that, Nick. Yeah.
Well, we're re-signing him if that happened, though.
Yeah.
Like, we're bringing him back. Because we would have Russ chilling there.
Right, Russ would be the big name of.
Whereas the Vikings, they have J.J. McCarthy. That's the guy they just drafted in the first round. Whereas Russ, in that scenario, in that world, we didn't even get to see him play. He's on this 1-year deal. We ain't stressing about that. We're just signing Fields and moving on. Yep. Whereas Vikings got an investment in J.J. McCarthy. What was that question? Where'd that come from? Oh, Jeff H.
Jeff H, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, shout out to Jeff, man.
Well, yeah, I guess to sum it up or to answer it short, yeah, I think you're letting Fields walk for Russ. Yeah, if he continues to play like this. Yeah, because we took that question in a much different direction.
I like it, though, man. It was good. It was a good conversation right there, man.
Yo, Young, I want another left tackle in the first or second round and a free agent receiver.
The free agent receiver. Hopefully Mike Williams will quell that a little bit. Now, he's a 1 year or 2 year?
One.
I think it was a 1 year, right?
Yep,
yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. Fair enough then. All right. We'll be in the market again. This is what it sounds like.
I'd like to bring back Mike Williams. I'm a big Mike Williams fan now.
I am too. Like, yo,
and he hasn't even done much.
You've got me out of a stadium.
But he did have that game-winning touchdown.
You got me out of a stadium, man. Yeah, you get me out of a stadium, I'm going to be a little more open to you. Yeah.
And you could tell me this is a stretch, but I felt like when we were giving him snaps in the second half of last week's game, it opened up the offense a little bit more because of the attention a guy like him and GP can draw to the outside.
Him, baby.
That's what I was calling for. Once second quarter hit, and I realized Mike Williams hasn't even been out there. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Why don't we just try something here? Because the offense is a little stale.
Yeah.
Why don't we try something where we get Mike Williams out there, we throw him on one side. It's a crazy thought. We throw him on one side, we throw Pickens on the other, and if Baltimore doesn't want to double team him, they're not gonna. If they're not gonna do cover 2 or anything, you throw it to either one of those guys. Throw up a 50-50 ball. Chances are they're gonna come down with it.
Or draw a penalty 1. Yeah.
But if they do want to run the cover 2, if they do want to or give extra attention to those guys, let's work the middle of the field. Let's work it to Darnell Washington, Pat Freiermuth, run it up the middle with Najee Harris. And I felt like we did that whenever Mike Williams got out there. Not like we got him targets, but it felt like the middle of the field started opening up more.
Yeah. And trust me, man, I think it was either GP or Russ. They talked about how, like I said, ultimately Baltimore played them differently, and they stayed in that too high look. They weren't going to allow the explosives. But you saw us hit Darnell a couple of times in the middle of the field. Then we saw where they did kind of close the middle, and that's where we hit GP on the outside. We tried to hit Calvin on the one, like I said, hit him on the chest plate, man. So, like I said, you could see some of that, man. But Baltimore, man, they played well. They definitely did. But I do agree, man. I like where I'm with you. I want to see more Mike.
We were just trying to figure things out in the first half.
And Mike is still new to the team.
How about we start figuring things out with Mike Williams being out there now?
Yeah.
A guy that's 6'4".
Yeah.
Former first-round pick, former top 10 overall pick. Because it just seems like the Calvin Austin and Van Jefferson experience is the same.
As long as you're getting the production, it doesn't matter who it comes from. And
I know, but I'm just talking about relying on them and them being consistent. It's like we get a moment or two, but then it's like back down to them having zero production and not giving us anything.
I mean,
it's
that's
just like up and down, and the ups aren't even really like anything crazy.
I don't agree with that, though. When Calvin had his moment 2 games ago, we were high on that. When Van had his moments 3 games ago, we was high on that. They've had moments, especially with Russ. We talked about them, both of them back-to-back weeks, either explosive play, other guy gets a touchdown, or this guy gets a touchdown, he gets the explosive play. So we know that they are capable, but the consistency is different, and that's partly why we were in the market for Mike Williams. We bring in Mike, and then he became the guy that gets you out of Washington. So all 3 of those guys have at some point given us some production, but the guy that we've been waiting on is Roman Wilson. We drafted Roman Wilson in the second round for a reason. Because we wanted a receiver that could come out here and do certain things. We moved him from Deontay. He's just been hurt. So now you don't even get the guy that you invested the most in to actually help you this season. So that's when we're looking at Van Jefferson and Calvin Austin. It's like, yeah, we want them to be better, but we drafted this guy because we think he is better than these dudes. With Mike Williams, it's just he's new. 2 weeks in, and it's in season. So you all the way on the moving train. Forget the stuff you learned in New York. All right, get on what we learning over here. It's just, I think that's a work in progress with him, man. But that's the one that I think has changed the wide receiver room, was the Roman Wilson just being hurt, not being available. We don't even get to see what that looks like, how that impacts the offense. Are you more vertical
Everyone's
threat?
saying he was cooking.
You know what I mean? Like,
OTAs
yeah, I know when I saw him out there, I was like, yo, who's guarding him? He's been too fast. He's been too quick. His hands like to run after everything. But unfortunately, he's been hurt. So now we're kind of like hodgepodging, putting people together, having this guy bump up in his role. But it's like, yeah, that's the guy that's supposed to be our help. We drafted the guy early. So we identified that even before we even got to free agency or even before we got to the season, that we needed this. So that never changed. We just don't have him right now, man.
Yeah, I think the exciting part, or us getting excited about Calvin or Van Jefferson doing some stuff, part of that is because you're like, okay, is this a new leaf? Is this going to be something we can expect going forward? Because whenever you look back,
can I hang my whole?
It's like, bro, we're talking about them getting like 50 or 60 yards.
I'm with you, bro. Yeah.
Whereas like that's a bad day for Pickens. That's for Mike Williams. You're just like, okay, that's just an average day out there.
Yeah.
But for them, that's we're looking at that like, oh man, wow.
Those guys that you named are viewed as wide receiver 1 or franchise caliber guys. The other guys you're naming are complementary pieces. Wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s.
I think that's why I want to see Mike Williams, though. I think that's my point. Like,
I'm with you.
His floor is much higher than
but
Van Jefferson and Austin.
Deke, we wanted to sign him in free agency. So we're all on the same page. We're seeing the exact same thing. We've all identified the weakness of our group. It was just the one that we drafted has been hurt. And then Mike, we had to go get him once the thing didn't work in New York. So we back to at least where we had the mindset beforehand, but now it's get this guy to speed and get the other guy healthy. So we still are missing the production pieces, the actual talent.
I'm just saying I keep falling for this like Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson stuff.
Because you want it to work so bad.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, oh, wow, we do see some good production from them in a given game or maybe a stretch of 2 games. Russo, the building chemistry with them. Yeah. Or even going back to Fields, like Calvin Austin had that moment in the LA game where he took that touchdown, that slant to the house.
That's the National Football League. That's why it's like, yo, when a guy is actually proven, I love that way more than the flash in the pan because it's a lot harder to get proven. That's a lot of people that have moments. But to be proven to where it's above reproach, we know 9 times out of 10, this is what you're going to deliver. It's not a lot of NFL players that do that. And especially on the elite level, that's why Ben is Ben. That's why Russ is Russ. That's why AB is AB. Did Tay not have elite moments no different than GP has had? Yeah. Shoot, we've seen Marcus Wheaton take over a Legion of Boom gang, go for 200 plus yards in the game. We talked about Sammy Coates playing the Jets, and he cooked them. A lot of people have moments at this level, man, where you like, yo, I think that's the one. Like, heck yeah. But it's just tough to do it each and every week, man. And that's why when we do see a GP, and it's like, yo, GP, you could be the guy, we don't let that guy leave. You do what you can to get it and make it work here. Because it's a lot more to other dudes that don't develop into that. I mean, we've had a Claypool come through here. Claypool rookie year, was that not another one where it's like, yo, this is the guy? We call him Mapletron.
Another example of life comes at you fast if you're not on the Steelers anymore.
Deontay Johnson, hey, this is the closest thing like AB early on. Then it was like, hold on, no, it ain't. This ain't. He's just small and quick. This ain't AB though. It's like we see flashes. A lot of players flash, man. A lot of players flash. But to be consistently like great, elite, nah, it's a handful of them dudes out there, man.
Xavier TG says he's here to slander Deke about his Najee trade take.
Xavier, wow. He said, I'm just here for that. That's all he cared for. He said, shout out to Xavier TG, man.
I have no regrets. Felt right at the time.
Let's go.
That was like last year, like 2 years. I don't know. Middle of last year, I'd say. Najee wasn't looking good.
I said between you and TG, bro.
I don't think I was.
It was you and TG, man.
Doing anything drastic in terms of Najee trade stuff this offseason. I don't think I was seeking out trading him.
I don't know who was. I think TG still takes the cake because at least at the back end, you were kind of like, all right, bro, like I'm with Najee, like let's keep him going. Da 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 da. TG was like, oh, he's boosting his trade value. That was how he looks at it. Like, oh, he's boosting the trade value. This is great. Don't use him too much, but this is the trade value.
I think I pretty consistently say that Najee does have a role in value in this offense, and that he does heat up when it gets colder. But
did you see his shake and bake?
He just,
you see the shake and bake.
Up to before this season, he wasn't an all-around back.
Yeah.
I felt like you needed a Jalen Warren with Najee Harris, and I still think you do need a Jalen Warren.
They complement each other really
well.
Yeah,
but to a lesser extent because Najee showed me some stuff this year that I've never seen.
Najee look quick in this Ravens
the agility.
Game. He hit you with the. I say, yo, when you juke like that, when you want to give me this one. That's Najee. Where he catching it? He did drop that one, but he be catching him, man.
He did drop that one.
Nah, he did. Unfortunately, he did. And shout out to Spice Creations. Yes, you're right. Roman was definitely a second round pick. Was who? The man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Zach Frazier. Man, put some respect on his name. You right.
All right, what else we got? 4:52 right now.
Man, you know TG gonna be late at 5, so let's get this preview going, man. The homie ain't gonna be on time. He never on time. Hopefully I got everything right. All right, so y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. Don't forget to subscribe, man. We about to talk this game preview real quick. Whew. All right. Good old Cleveland. Deke, I don't like them, bro. And I feel like we should beat the heck out of them. But at the same time, I think they are good. In a weird, not good way.
I was going to say.
They're good in a not good way.
What have you seen good from them?
So what I mean by good in a not good way is this. From a strength standpoint, since Jameis has come into the starting lineup, they are a lot more of a vertical passing attack, and it's a lot more production there. I mean, even last game, he dang near threw for 400 yards. But you look at the other game versus Baltimore as well, and he has moments in there where it's like, yo, he can still make a lot of throws. Pretty much every throw on the field he can make. The gift and the curse with Jameis, no different than when he was in Tampa, no different when he was in New Orleans, and it still pops up in Cleveland now in these handful of starts that he's had. He's going to have some heck of a throw, heck of a plays, and he's going to have some ones where you like, bro, he's hitting them in the face with it. But that's very dangerous in a league like this where we know it's quarterback driven. Quarterbacks get hot, they can get after it. Obviously, Myles Garrett, that's the number 2 version to TJ Watt, but he's sitting there at 7 sacks this season, man. Still a disruptor versus the run, versus the pass. Coach Tomlin kind of talked about them having a plan, as always, to deal with him, man. But not just him in the pass rush. I look at their D-line as a whole versus the run and pass, and they're just a super aggressive front. They disrupt a lot of timing plays, man. But at the same time, that gets them in trouble also because how aggressive they are. But they do got some talent, though. Offensively, they got some talent, man. In terms of Judy, that's a guy that we even flirted with, saying, hey man, we could have took that. We could have used that. Obviously, we're very familiar with Njoku. Elijah Moore, good player. And then Cedric Tillman, young player, but productive. To me, like I said, this one of them teams where I think that they have a lot already in place to be a good team. But the quarterback position was the big sticking point, and it still isn't all the way solidified because James turns it over, and that's the difference. But like I said, they're weirdly good and not good all at the same time, man. Also, I like their secondary between Del Pitt, Ward, Newsome. Them dudes, they make plays, man. So that's, like I said, why for me I'm like, yo, I think they're oddly kind of good in certain places, but they also got some bads up there as well, and we'll talk about them in a little bit.
They also got a 2-8 record.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because that's I mean, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. On paper, they were supposed to be a better team than what they've ended up. What the results
It's the quarterback. The quarterback was the big.
I think
that was the sticking point
the
for him.
quarterback position and how awful the offense has been has just desolated this team. Has torn down the vibes completely, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
From the Pittsburgh side of things, just seeing Cleveland implode and do Browns is the Browns type of stuff.
Heck yeah.
Because you're right. They got talent on defense. they got Denzel Ward. They got Myles Garrett. They got a JOK. They got pieces, but they're playing terrible. They're giving up a lot in the run game. They're giving up a fair amount in the pass game. They don't get turnovers. They don't get takeaways. And then the offense, going all the way back to Deshaun Watson, it's like Jameis Winston has given them the spark. So I guess we are talking about strengths of the team. That's their top strength right now. Deshaun Watson is no longer their quarterback.
That was my whole thing 4 weeks ago, bro.
And they just
we said this 4 weeks ago.
And they traded him in for Jameis Winston. It's not even like they have a Pro Bowl guy or anything in there. It's just like you don't have Deshaun Watson anymore.
But Jameis is
anyone
still
else is
though.
an improvement over him.
But Jameis is still a capable quarterback.
Sure, he was the number 1 overall pick back 10, 11 years ago. He definitely got talent. He's got an arm.
It's low key
former
crazy
baseball
he's
player.
been in there that long too, bro.
Threw 30 touchdowns in 1 year, but that was complemented by 30 interceptions. So strengths. Yeah, I guess that's what I would say. They no longer have Deshaun Watson at quarterback. I think their coach Kevin Stefanski is really good.
I do
even
agree
though
with
this
that
year
as well, man.
Like a year from hell for him.
Yeah.
To get coach of the year 2 times with you being the coach of a Browns organization, like that's something to be said for. But then his most recent one was dealing with a quarterback carousel of Deshaun Watson, DTR,
Flacco and not Dobbs. Did Dobbs get a snap in there?
I don't remember.
Or that was the year
Last
before.
year,
it might have been the year before. I could have been.
DTR was one of them.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was.
I thought he used 4 different quarterbacks last year.
It was 4 different ones. I can't remember who the other dude was, but yeah, I think he's a really good coach. I think if the Browns decided to fire him, he would be picked up immediately.
Yeah.
It's just, really bad year. I think part of that is due to the Browns sticking with Deshaun Watson because of the massive contract that they gave him. Like, there's nothing that Stefanski can do about that.
When the money's guaranteed, you screwed, bro. You either praying that it PJ Walker. Shout out to y'all. Yeah.
That's who it was.
That's who it was. Yep. Shout out. Was that OK? OK3K? Shout out to you on that one, man. But yeah.
And typically with the Browns, you would be talking about some of their offensive pieces as strengths, like Nick Chubb, but he ain't the same. Nah. They don't have Amari Cooper anymore.
Even though Chubb,
I don't think the line's the same either. Their offensive line.
Chubb ended last game with a good I think it was 5 yard or 4.6 something like that per carry. But it just I don't know. It's fresh off the injury. It's fresh back from the injury, man. I'm still I buckle every time he run. I'm because seeing that Minka hit just changed everything, man. I'm just So I wonder. But Jerome Ford, though, that's a good player.
I'm not putting him in strengths.
Okay.
So my third one, I'll put some of their defensive talent with Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, JOK, guys like that.
I like it. They got 2 nasty D tackles too, man. Tomlinson and Shelby Harris. They penetrate. They good. Like I said, they got pieces, man. They got pieces, baby. Definitely got pieces. But weaknesses though, man. I think because of how aggressive they are, they struggle versus screen plays and misdirection plays. Because those guys are running so hard, man, trying to chase you down in that 4-3, those D linemen specifically. That is where teams have had a lot of success. Not just that. Obviously, the Saints game, Taysom Hill gave them boys the blues. I'm over here do we need to just have Justin Fields have a 15-play package? Because they could not account for the quarterback, bro.
Maybe that's what we need to do on a short week.
For it. They couldn't match it up, though. I'm like, yo, you got to have somebody that's going to account for this quarterback. Taysom was cooking him, bro. And he threw that nasty pick, too. I'm like, it was a Taysom game. Yeah. But I was over here yo, maybe you need to put Justin Fields out there, man, because clearly they don't handle athletes at quarterback well. But the other thing I would say, special teams-wise, man, we talk about our kicker hit 6 field goals in one game. Their kicker missed 3 field goals in the game, 2 on the same day going to drive. Okay? With that, man, you think about that, man. Special teams-wise, also, they did give up an explosive punt return, man, where low-key, dude almost scored, just stepped out of bounds, man. But those parts of their game, man, from a special team standpoint, is another added element for us, weakness for them. and I don't really dig their run defense all the way, but that's more so directed to their linebackers versus their actual D line. JOK up and down because he's been kind of banged up. And I wonder if he's actually going to play too, because they were talking about he has like a neck. He got hurt. Devin Bush was, I think, their leading tackler last week, man. Yeah.
Well, he was going to be a piece that I bring up in the weaknesses.
Yeah, you catch
Devin
what I'm
Bush
saying.
is starting and going to be playing significant snaps.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm watching, I'm
a
like,
huge disadvantage for the Browns.
I'm looking at, I'm like, hey, bro, that's rough. Yeah.
We saw what happened when we played against Devin Bush last year with the Seahawks.
He'll have a ton of tackles. I want to have 30 tackles. Mm-hmm.
You got any more?
Those are my big ones, man.
Yeah, I'm going to throw Devin Bush in there for the weakness.
I lumped him in. I want to say linebackers to be family.
Yeah, I mean, their rush defense is pretty bad this year. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's one of the bottoms of the league.
Yeah, bro. It not just like statistics. I'm talking like eyeball, like just watching. Because Baltimore, I felt like what Coach Tomlin said. Statistically, their secondary is bad. But watching, I'm like, yo, they're not bad in terms of how they play. Like, they have some moments where it's not the best, but I'm like, yo, they're not bad. This Browns run defense, I'm like, yo, y'all look bad at times.
And
I think them LBs,
Devin
bro.
Bush playing
them LBs
a lot
is
of
not
snaps
helping them,
is
bro.
part of that.
Yeah, them LBs are not helping them.
Deshaun Watson's contract, you gotta throw that in. There's a
he
weakness.
Said, I don't care if you heard it or not, bro. That contract is trifling.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
filthy.
you're not able to build up the team around that contract as good because of just how much it's taken up for the cap hit. The vibes are terrible because he's playing all that stuff.
And you're internally torn because you've seen not only Flacco, but you've seen Jameis play better than the guy that's going to get the most money, and you still can't do anything about it whenever he comes
you
back.
Got them for
you
free.
got to go back, yeah. So you internally, you're like, bro, what is this?
There's just a dark cloud hanging over this organization with the Deshaun Watson contract.
And regardless of how well Jameis plays down the stretch, we all know all roads are going to lead right back to Deshaun Watson.
Maybe. I mean, you got to get rid of him. You
got
to figure out a way to get rid of him.
But what I'm saying is this. Money-wise, it's the AB when we got rid of him. It's like you can either have him on your roster and you got that 20 mil and pray that he plays well, or you can not have him on your roster and you still going to be on the hook for the 20 mil.
It's cheaper for them to keep him, I think.
Yeah.
So can you keep him and just say stay home?
Or keep him and pray that, man, maybe something clicks. Can I get back to Houston? You've looked completely opposite of Houston, Deshaun Watson. Like, you look completely opposite of it. If he had looked like this at any point, I don't think anybody would have been on him to that level when everything was coming on with him out at Houston, man. But he had never looked like this in Houston. This is, crazy.
I mean, I hit on some of the other stuff earlier in this preview, but I think their rush defense is bad. Offense is, I mean, it's got a little bit of a spark with Jameis, but throughout the course of this year, it's been bad. Like they're not able to run the ball like the old Browns teams. Quarterback play has been pretty terrible. Jameis has provided the spark. He has provided a more vertical threat, but he's been up and down. His highlight was the first game that he started. Last two,
I thought he played well last week though.
Right? No, he wasn't. He wasn't
well
bad. He wasn't bad last week, but still not to the extent that he was in that first week when you're thinking like, holy hell, like
oh yeah, man, what's this now? They got
action. is this gonna be like Flacco from last year? Is this gonna be like that Flacco magic?
I swear.
They don't take away the ball on these. I just think I think they're a bad team. Yeah. They're a bad team right now with some talented pieces and a good coach. Like there is the form. I get what you're talking about. There is that formula where it's like you don't want to overlook them completely, especially because it's a division game.
Even how the Saints game, like the score, if you looked at the score, it looks like it was a blowout. And you actually watch the game, and it's like, dude, they were still in position to best run and backdoor this thing, man. It just explosive plays, Cleveland stuff, Browns doing the Browns stuff, losing football. But they're still, like I said, good enough. They're good enough, man.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
No, respect on that. Respect. Couple quick matchups, man. After that, man, we drop some picks and or drop our prediction on the game, and then hit the homie TG. I guess I know he ain't gonna be on time. He never on time. All right, but a couple of matchups, man. We obviously know Jerry Jeudy's coming off the best game that he's had this season. I think it was ended with 145 down there in a touchdown. Yeah, but that was the guy that Jameis has for certainly built some type of chemistry and some type of trust with. That was the guy he targets the most. And we obviously know, man, he plays on both sides, man. So I don't know if JPJ follows, but JPJ and Dante Jackson, because I think both guys will see him. That's the guy that we're going to have to make sure that we account for the most from a receiving standpoint, man. Like I said, with Jameis, that's the guy he wants to target, and that's the guy to me that gives them the most life, run out the catch ability, proven production of the group. Still not losing sleep over Jerry Jeudy, but that's still a guy that, like I said, I think he gives them their best chance of moving the football against us. So JPJ and Dante, now we got to need that, man. Got to have them boys locked in. Then after that, man, with Jameis, I got him on my matchup list, more so because he will put the ball in harm's way. And Minka has been doing an excellent job of being in the position where he needs to be. But this is one of those ones where when we're talking about a guy that will take a chance and go at Minka, who's not going to act as if some of these other quarterbacks where they're like, I don't even want to look that way. Jameis is going to put that ball over there, man. And he'll do it multiple times. He is not tripping. He does not care, man. So if there's any week for the Minka stuff, I feel like this the one. I'm going to keep calling for it, Deke. I'm going to keep calling for it, all right?
I'm not even bringing it up anymore.
I'm calling for it, all right? This the week, man. This the week.
Accepting no picks, no turnovers.
No, this the week, man.
Jameis probably will get the turnover.
Jameis going to hit him in the face with it. Going to hit him right in the face with it. Then after that, though, man, granted, these dudes have not statistically produced on the level that they have in the past. But to keep this offense struggling, Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford. Gotta keep them dudes at bay. Don't let them do anything special. Was it Ford that had the long run against us early? The game when Chubb got hurt. Wasn't that Ford that broke that run on us? I feel like that was. Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, man. I don't remember. I know Jalen Warren had a nice run.
Jalen had a nice run, but I want to say it was Ford for them that had a nice run as well, man. Explosive cat. But more importantly, man, we got to just keep smashing that run with that, man. So Patrick Quinn, we got to keep that energy. Landon Roberts and Peyton Wilson, obviously, man, those are the guys with that. Then from there, man, you know who Myles Garrett is. Dan Moore, like we've been doing now for, 4 years in a row now we've been saying this. Fight. All your effort, all your might, scratch, claw, make him. If he's going to be great, make him be great for 4 quarters. Don't give him any layups. It's okay if Jordan got to dunk on you from the free throw line and go this hand back to that hand, all right? If Steph Curry got to pull up from half court to hit the 3, make him pull up from half court to hit the 3. Don't give him that open corner 3, though. You know what I mean? Like, Myles can be great, but make him be great. That's all. So, Dan Moore, you do what you do. But then from there, man, last and certainly not least.
He's already Myles Garrett's kryptonite, so.
That's how he's been playing. Don't push, though. He's doing his thing. And Russ, make sure you're getting that ball on time, all right? But the last matchup, though, man, I kind of referenced these dudes earlier, talking about their interior D linemen, Dalvin Tomlinson and Shelby Harris, versus our interior front for the runs purposes, though. Seyu Malu, Zach Frazier, and Mason McCormick. Our offense is clicking on all cylinders when our running game is being able to hit downhill and we can operate with that play action pass. The only way that works is if those 3 that I named from us can move those big 2 interior D linemen for the Browns. And like I said, those guys get off the ball. They're not new to this. We're familiar with them, but they are very disruptive versus the run. That's going to be, like I said, something that we got to make sure we account for, because if we can get to their second level, their linebackers are going to struggle with Najee and Jalen Warren. For a fact, we already know one of them very well. They are going to struggle with those dudes, man. But these are the 2 interior dudes that kind of make those guys be a lot better because of how disruptive they can be, man. But like I said, man, those are the matchups for me, man, that, like I said, I'm kind of focusing in on for this joint. But now let's go ahead and drop that prediction. How you feeling?
I mean, we win. I'm 8-2 on my picks so far for Steelers games. Man, I don't know. I don't know what the vibes are for this one. Thursday nights can go a lot of different ways.
The dog pound.
There's been some shootouts in the Thursday night games, though, and I don't think. I mean, it could be a shootout. It could be if we let Jameis do some good things and get off and get hot.
He got a big arm.
It could be. I don't see it happening, though. I think the defense We found something last week. I think we found ourselves again.
Yeah.
We were lost for
The week before we were lost, no, we found.
Yeah.
We back.
Yeah, lost. It wasn't lost that bad. It wasn't. It was just like
it was like
we were still trying to find our way.
Like when you wake up in the morning, it's like you're not blind, but you can't see all the way. Just
yeah, we got distracted. We got distracted a little bit. Did some good things.
Let's go. Talk that talk
during that time, but I think the defense really found themselves from last week, and I think we'll carry that on into this week.
Need it in our life. Come on.
And offense is, we're not going to do anything stupid on offense. Mm-hmm. And if 18 points is our floor with Russell Wilson, I expect us to do better than that.
They said the ceiling is the roof.
Against a worse defense, too. Against a worse team just altogether in the Browns. You saw what we did against the Ravens last week.
Thoroughly agree, man.
The Lamar Jackson, the Derrick Henry-led Ravens offense, tops in the league, all that stuff. They put up 30 points per game. And then the fact we were going up against the Ravens defense, who's number one, and stopping the run. And I get it, their secondary was weak and everything, but we didn't even really do much against them in the passing game. I mean, Russ still had 200 yards, but I think they performed better than we expected in a way, particularly in the first half. So I'm thinking, obviously, we do have an identity on offense. We do have an identity as a team even, and with the defense finding ourselves, I think we're gonna want to play Steeler football, run the ball, be physical. Russ, take your shots when needed. Whenever you want to throw the deep ball, whenever you feel like it's there, go ahead, take that chance. And we'll play really good defense. And we're gonna score.
Talk to me, Deke. Talk to me, Deke.
24.
Okay.
24-13. Game's in hand, though.
Low key, that is crazy you said that score, Deke. You said 24-13.
Yeah.
I literally have written on my computer screen 23-13, bro. We on the same page with it, man.
Great minds think alike.
And I'm with you. I know what you was about to say. It ain't like a close 2013. It's like we're in control. It's in hand. We know exactly what this was, but I'm with you, bro.
Maybe Jameis gets a garbage time touchdown or something.
I'm like,
we're up like 20-6 or 24-6, 24-9 or something like that. Most of the game, like in that second half.
Yeah. Because I said it's either the late garbage time score to close it to 23-13, or they are starting out hot because they did start out decently these past couple of games, and then in the second half we separate and it's like, yeah, you ain't got no answer for this, man. And from there, it's like even though there isn't no more scoring after we get that 10-point lead,
some good adjustments.
It's like it's like their offense is clearly that's been shut down, and now it's. Like I said, a beautiful night on a Thursday night, man. But that's funny. You said 24-13. I'm like, bro, we are there. We are there, man. I like it, baby. All right, let me see what the congregation said for their picks real quick, man. Before we call up the homie TG in about a minute or two, man. Let's see what the people are saying. Jay Farrow got us getting a dub, 35-3 for the black and gold. Shout out.
I am happy is not as confident. He's got 27-24 Browns.
Ooh.
But hopes he's wrong.
Well, GK spins it back in our favor. He says Boswell 24, Browns 15. I don't want to, that's
Boswell. It's 8.
That's 8 field goals. That's be an NFL record, right? It's got to be an NFL record.
Probably.
Yeah, as long as we win. But that's a lot of field goals. Yeah. All right, let me see what else we got, man. Tom J got us 34-13, black and gold. Shout out. And I see you, Spice Creations. 37-14 for Spice. She said, we getting buckets this week. Big time scoring. Steelers.
Rod Dollars with the loss. 14-27. Steelers lost. Damn.
Rod, don't do us like that, Rod.
Damn.
Or is this like by design, Rod? What's going on, Rod? I need to know, baby. Are we sharing the line? That don't sound like we sharing the line. That's like not sharing the line. Yeah, we want to share the line, okay? Hey, going, man. All right, let me see who else got us in the building. Tritus over 27-18 for the black and the gold. I likes that.
I'm too saucy for you. 28-15 Steelers win.
Let's go, saucy. Let's go.
Emerwood has a little description here.
Oh,
only way they score over 20 is if we truly come out flat.
Okay.
We giving up an average of 16 points, and Browns have nothing elite offensively.
Nothing elite, but still good enough. Not all elite players, you know what I mean? Some good players that make plays in this league, baby. Just, yeah. All right, but I'm with you, though. I do like the energy. I like the energy. Ooh, I see the homie Kel. Steelers 31-10 for them brownies. Bumtail brownies, man. You know, ain't got no love for them boys over there, man. All right. And then I think the last one we'll do before we call up the homie TG. Let's see. Austin Powers. Shout out to Austin Powers. Has it 38-17 for the black and the gold. So I feel like the majority of the vibes are good wins, good positive energy. So definitely like that, man. And with that being the case, let's get ready to call up the homie. So if y'all digging how we doing the show, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Hello?
Yo, what is the word? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are joined right now by that man. I'm talking about that Pittsburgh Steelers alum. I'm talking about that West Virginia Mountaineer alum. They say it's almost heaven. I'm talking about one half of the locker mates, my mother freaking locker mate. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, the one and only Terence T.G. Garvin.
Yeah,
man. Go Airs. Best.
Yeah.
Yes. How my dog doing, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I feel great. You know, I think it was a good football weekend, man. You know, I feel great.
Deke, I think he on nonsense, Deke.
I feel great.
Deke. I'm just throwing. I've known TG for too long. I think he's on nonsense, Deke.
I think everything I told you. I think we're in the same. I think we're exactly what I said, man. The Mayo Bowl, we talked about this. You didn't want to hear me, but I'm like, hey, man, I don't think that's what you think. That's what that is. And let's say,
yeah, but you shouldn't be the one telling me this. You have no room to talk.
That is not what
he said. It was a good week. It was a great weekend. Yeah.
You have no room to talk. I could be telling myself this, but I don't want to hear it from you, given that we smoked you guys.
That is not what you thought that was. The worst thing you can do in the business of football is lie to yourself. It's the worst thing you can do.
You've been lying to yourself about West Virginia.
No.
How many months here?
No, I told you a month ago. I said, all right, man, I know what this is right now. This is got to come back up the hill. And we working our way back up the hill. I don't know if you see us over there.
You weren't saying that before the backyard, bro.
We're working our way back up the hill. But I'm like, you aren't who you think you are, bro. Like, that's not.
Actually, if anything, here's the thing, though. If anything, how we played against Clemson did show me that we are who I thought we were, because we did all that with our backup quarterback.
Okay.
If we had Holstein in, we beat a ranked Clemson team. If Holstein was in last week against Virginia, we beat Virginia.
Talk to him, Deke.
And we're sitting here with one loss, and if we win out, we're in the playoff. But we don't have our quarterback. Now, it is a little bit of an excuse. It's after the fact type of talk. Because 7-3, yes, I think our football season's over. It's over. We're not going to playoffs. We're going to some bowl like that.
In the Mayo Bowl, we'll get to see that.
We might be playing JMU.
Hey, yo, first off, we chill out. I know you trying to.
Stray ones.
You want to. You caught that, right? You caught that.
Stray ones.
Yo, that is wild.
Stray ones.
JMU is not in this. All right, JMU is in this. JMU is not in this. JMU beat the Barbarians team. Shout out to ODU Monarchs. All right, I'm gonna keep telling you all week that JMU took care of business. All right. Don't put us in this. This is between you and West Virginia, all right? This is you and TG. Y'all are going to leave JMU over here, man. We got App this week. We got App State this week, all right? We excited for our matchup. We still in it, all right? We still balling. But, yeah, don't keep throwing us in there like that.
I thought you said you wanted to go to a bowl like that.
We will. But the way that you referenced it,
you like, I don't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I see what
you trying to throw me in there. I'm like, don't put me in that fight. Now y'all fighting that, man. I'm over here. I'm an innocent bystander.
I'll just say they are who we thought they were. You know, they're going to the Mayo Bowl.
Pitt's a good team.
They do might play JMU-ish. But you know,
we kind of
Hey,
we kind of need
we'll
our quarterback.
cross that
JMU's
bridge.
over there stacking dubs.
Listen, we'll cross that bridge. We cross that bridge. We're a small little outfit, just trying to take it 1 week at a time, see what's up. You know what it is, man.
We might mess around and catch you again.
Y'all big fish over here, man.
We might run that ball back somewhere. It might show up.
Well, they did the hoops version of that on Friday. You saw what happened there.
Who scored? I missed it.
We'll be eligible.
Who scored the hoops one?
Who?
Y'all had the basketball backyard, bro?
Yeah,
we won that
last Friday.
We won that.
West Virginia won?
We won. Yeah, we won that.
TG, you just said worst thing you can do is lie to yourself. Now you're just lying to the people. You're lying to America right now.
What was the score? I missed this?
West Virginia got smoked. It was a clean sweep of the backyard brawl this year.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We ain't won that.
No.
I thought we won that.
No,
I thought y'all was a hoop school too, TG. Y'all used to be nice. Y'all be nice in the court.
We still nice.
Y'all be nice on the court, bro. Y'all know y'all nice. Yeah.
I'm not tripping.
Okay.
Early in the year. We'll see next football season.
Yeah. It seems like the hoop season's already done for you. Man. You're on the next football season already.
Who's Pitt? Is Pitt any good at basketball?
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
I don't know Pitt basketball like that. They had Buddy last year. I don't know Pitt to be anything in basketball.
We replaced him. We replaced him properly.
He was from Baltimore too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's from the crib.
That was your man. Yeah.
I don't know how he went there.
He wanted to go pro.
He
wanted to learn from the best.
That was literally a pit stop. Like, I'm here for 1 second and I'm out of here.
Hey, look. It's all good. Back to football though. It's not even trying to be funny. Is West Virginia bowl eligible yet though?
Not yet. We'll be eligible.
Respect, because y'all got 2 games left. Everybody got 2 games left, right?
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, all right.
We're right where we want to be.
I like it. In pole position.
That's another lie.
The fighting range. I like it, man.
Yeah, we're right where we want to be.
Eye in this spot and then boom, boom. I like it.
The ollie bait.
Oh, the rope of
dope.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to turn this thing on late.
I like it. Deke, who y'all got these next 2 weeks?
Louisville and Boston College.
Okay, all right.
That's 2 more L's.
Yo, you wallet.
TG, you just got smoked by Baylor.
He said Louisville and Boston College. No, man.
We got UCF this week. We'll be
Does West Virginia have 4 wins?
I
think they have 4
wins.
They got 4?
I think 4 and 6.
They got to win out? No,
yeah.
They got to win.
We got UCF this week.
Yo,
we got UCF and Texas Tech left. We good.
He said we got to win out. No. No.
We good. Don't blink.
Yo, I cut the eyelids off. I'm with you, bro.
Don't blink.
Hey, find a way to get into the bowl game, bro.
Don't blink. We just trying to go bowling. If we go bowling, we just trying to catch Pitt round 2. We'll probably catch them again. Go, like we just trying to get bowling. We'll be there. We'll be there. Don't blink. Don't blink.
Respect on that, man. Respect
don't
on that.
Don't blink. Man. All right.
I like it, man. Yeah. I like it. Well, let's go ahead and get into the black and gold here, man. We'll get to the black and gold, all right? Because right now it seems like college football, we everybody's working through it right now. Y'all working through it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. But Pittsburgh taking care of business. 18-16 versus them Ratbirds. How was you feeling?
That's a good win. I think that's a good win. I think Pitt got that factor. They know how to win, you know? And I think that's a factor it's hard to that's a trait it's not easy to get, but when you have that, it's dangerous. They know how to win. Coming out of a game like that, like it's a dogfight the whole game, you know, bad turnover in the red zone, but not really getting points, but getting down there, fighting, you know, but you're getting points out of everything. Yeah. You know, you're taking them threes, and they're cool beating you 18-16. They're cool beating you 9-6. Yeah, they're cool with that. Like it's no upset over there.
Yeah.
So it's like they know how to win. They're like no matter what it takes, they know how to make those special moments. They understand the moment. So I think they're dangerous. I thought it was a good win. I thought that was a big win. AFC North win. Mm-hmm. You know, 2 7-win teams, like both in dangerous places. I think that was a big game. Yeah. That was one of them playoff moments. You know, that was one of them playoff moments. Like it shows up later in the season. That's gonna show up. I think that game's gonna show up. That was a big win.
No, I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah. You got to see your fields packages too.
I like. It was right on time too, because it's 11. You got to use all your pieces. You can't send that to the post. No, you better bring. you better bring the safety down, and now you 1-on-1. It's
It
a lot of
changes
space.
the structure of your defense. Like,
Come
you got to
on.
account for that guy. That 11-on-11 football. You don't get the
11-on-11.
11-on-11. Yeah.
Or that DN better hold. Or if he crash, here it come. You better come down from that safety right now.
Hey, look, they hit you with the outside linebacker. Try to play both. Nah,
Come
versus
on.
regular athletes, not versus Justin Fields. You ain't playing both. Nah.
And then there's so much more to it. Like, they run that split zone and pop that tight end pop out in the flat. It's just a lot. Man, it's dangerous, Ohio
State. Uncomfortable. Yeah, they're gonna put you in something bad. Like, somebody's in conflict every play. It seems like that's what they're going.
It make you use every piece.
Yeah.
And in a situation where it's like, man, I got to get a first down. It's a run. Let's use all 11 pieces.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Now, starting on the defense, though, real quick, man, how'd you feel about them LBs, man? Your boy Patrick Queen was out that thing going crazy. Peyton Wilson, first NFL interception.
I loved it. I love them linebackers. I thought Patrick Queen, you could tell it was one of them. He played like it was one of them. Yes. Like, he was turned up the whole game. He had the momentum
for the coin toss, man.
Yeah. Even if they didn't, he was going out there. It was one of them.
It's like, yo, I'm gonna be there. I don't care what y'all
say.
I'm out here.
I'm out here. Catch me later. Like, whatever the fine is, I'll take you. Like, I'm out here. He had that energy, though. It's contagious.
Yeah.
That forced fumble recovery, that was wicked. Like, to go in there, it's the little things of it, though. Because you can see he squares it up. The blocker's coming to kind of hit him from behind. He balances the blocker out, so he squares the blocker up, leverages it, so he still got the leverage. His help coming in. Vice tackle with the rip. That's cheese tape, man. Like, that's cheese tape. And then go get it. Like, it's like
he said all the production points, man. Hey,
man,
all the
I hope it's a good player of the week. Like, that play, that's cheese tape. Because it's the little things in it. Like, it's the little things just to line himself up the right way.
But once he lines himself up. And I was going to say, man, going back to that play that you're saying, too, man, I even like the fact that earlier in the game, it was moments on, like, the first drive where you're seeing him stripping at the football. Yeah, it's like, yo, that was his mindset. That was his energy. Like, he was trying to create something. And then for it to happen later in the game, man, it just pays off. But that's that part where you're like, yo, you can't just do it one time. Like, it has to be a part of your identity, your mindset.
Yeah. Don't get bored doing the right stuff. But it's like, I always say stripping is a little bit tougher than punching. Because when you punch, you don't feel that. That strip, that go get it. That's energy. That's turned up. I need it. So
he said, I'm going to take this from you. Yeah,
I'm taking this. This is me. It don't matter about nothing you talking about. This is me.
Yeah.
So, it felt like he just played with passion. Like, it felt like Ravens Steelers. Like, it felt like a rivalry game. It was chippy, which you love, chippy. It was a dogfight. Dogfight.
Good response by the secondary this week compared to the Commanders game?
Yeah, I thought JPJ played lights out. I thought he played really well. I thought the secondary played well. I thought they played well. I didn't think, obviously, there wasn't just lights out, But I think with Lamar, you're not gonna be lights out. I think the danger of him making you buy so much time, like, that's a marathon, Like, he'll wear you down. Like, even chasing with them boys all day, that'll wear you down. You're gonna give up a little bit.
Facts.
So, I thought they played what they won. Winning gives everybody a plus.
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought they did what they were supposed to do. They got the job done. And
now, offensively, your man Rush, what was you feeling? How'd you like the vibe, man? We saw this is we had a first red zone turnover from him, and this is technically the first game since he started where we haven't scored a touchdown. But what were your overall thoughts on him, man?
He was so productive, Like, I thought the flow of the offense was there. I thought, see what he's seen. He tried to throw that jump ball on the touchdown. He tried to give his man a shot. He tried to give him a shot.
Bad throw, or should he have jumped?
Bad throw because of who, and I don't want to say who you're throwing to, but that's not a jumper. We haven't seen that just go up and leap so bad. You don't throw bounce past the shot.
He's 6'7".
Don't throw bounce past the shot. Yeah.
He's 6'7". He put it up to the upper hoop. He put
He's 6'8", but
he put it on the 14th floor. He said, "Go get that."
I'm not. What is he 305? Like he 300.
He a big
like,
dude, bro. He a big.
He said he could hoop too.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's a hooper. He could jump. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
and we don't know what he know. They might have that rapport. I don't think that you could feel that moment wasn't there. That rapport, like he believes. He like, go get this. I think that moment to show back up.
Yeah, Russ said, "Yo, go get me this. Get me right, bro." Yeah. And he was just looking like, "Ooh, that too."
Like, ooh, that's not me. I know you're not throwing that to me. Like, that's way too much. And that's why I say bad throw. Because, like, it's not, like, I thought the intention was good. Like, he was in hoop mode at that point.
He was, bro, time. He was scrambling around. I'm like, yo, get money. It's the money play. Get money, man.
It's time to hoop. Go hoop. And he's trying to hoop. He threw it up. He threw the long hoop. That wasn't the right lob. That's just it. It's all good though. It's hard. I hate, turnovers in the red zone is tough. Like that's tough. Yeah. That's what gets you. Because those are points.
It's a 4-point swing, worst case, man. It could be 7-point, but that's a big swing right there, man.
But they didn't get nothing off of that.
No, facts.
They didn't get nothing off of that. The defense still stood up. And I think that's what it is.
He got the pick right after.
Yeah, shout out to Peyton Wilson on that one. Freaky pick too, bro. Crazy.
Man, it looked just like that. It looked like that Devin Bush play, but the play. If you look at it though,
same team too, low key.
Same everything.
Yeah, was it DeMarc Andrews on that? That was DeMarc. This one was wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I forgot all about that one.
If you look at it, the only thing I'll say, he go under the wheel route, so he put himself in trouble.
Bad. Yeah. I'm like, you in bad position.
But that's how athletic he is. That was good. That's
the
just I gotta
speed,
have.
go get it. Yeah. Because I'm like, you played it wrong. Like you don't want to go under it because you in trail. And if you need that throw,
He didn't look back, Moats. If you know, you know.
Don't look back.
Don't look back.
TG, is he throwing you the ball?
Man, you're not. If you watch the quarterback throw it, you gonna watch your man catch it. Like,
I promise he's throwing it to you, bro. Don't turn around.
Come on. Yeah. Don't look back. So he didn't look back. He made a play on it. That was a big play. That was a big moment. That was a moment.
Facts.
That was a moment. It was a moment. Early in the game, they threw a drag, and it gets outside of Minka and Patrick Queen go running down on the sideline, and they held that a little bit. That was a big it was those little moments. I felt like those little moments showed up big to win the game. So I thought the linebackers played well. I thought they played hard. I'm sure they graded out high. And Derrick Henry's a long day. Derrick Henry's a long day.
We was trying to figure out, me and Deke was joking, we was like, did we stop him or did they just kind of stop giving it to him? We don't all the way know, but we glad it worked out like that where they just didn't give him any more touches. It's like, shout out, man. Shout out. But how you feel about these wide receivers as well, man? Obviously, from a production standpoint, GP continues to, be the guy. But how'd you feel about that group as a whole, man?
It's getting better. It looked like they didn't play Mike Williams in the first quarter, huh?
First half, realistically, yeah.
Finally got him in the second half.
Yeah.
It looked like when he gets in though, I say just the threat of him being in there.
TG, I think you just stole my take.
Yep.
It kind of opens it up. Like I think
he's a threat.
It's just
big.
It's not even so much him, because he's made a play. I think you still gotta you're still trying to fill out who he is. I think just the threat of it's weapons in here. Let me open this up a little bit. I think it's even more. It's not even so much the threat of him. I just believe the offense believes a little bit more. All right, now we can open this up more.
Defensively, what does that do to you? Is what I'm asking though.
I think you gotta respect it
now, yeah.
Because on that other side, you gotta double that. You can't leave that by itself. You gotta a safety gotta stay over there. So now you can only run 6. You know what I mean?
You can run 2. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, handcuff you a little bit because that's dangerous over there.
Right.
In the one-on-one, that's what he wants. That move ball, here it comes. You know what time it is. They're going to try that. They're going to get a flag. They just feel like they're going to win that. So it's like, I think you got to respect it over there a little bit to where it open up that middle of the field. You know what I mean? Now your linebackers got to cover because you rolling over the other side.
We saw Darnell in the second half, too. have a little bit more of that production middle of the field, man.
Think Najee's runs were a lot easier.
Absolutely, Najee definitely his production opened up in the second half too. Yeah,
it opened that up because now it's like, all right, I gotta respect these ones.
Yeah,
you know, even if it's a sense like, because that one you get that post from one, that's gonna take the safety out. Now you got the linebackers just with linebackers with tight ends. That's when you start to see that check down, go get some more. You just start to see that. You know, so it's like, I just think the size and speed of them guys out wide, I think it opens it up.
Now I gotta be messy. The chat wants to know: do you still want to trade Najee, or how you feeling about Najee right now, man?
I like Najee right now. Najee's running hard right now. Najee's running like somebody that's trying to. I'll say this. This is what I said.
Elsewhere, or are we liking what we seeing, man? That's what they want to know with you, man. Hey.
I like what I see. I like what I see. The numbers got to make sense. For them. Hey. I think everybody's winning right now. You know? Like, I think everybody. I think he's a part of the offense. I think he's saying that. Okay. Like, yo, I'm a piece of this. You know. It was a late 3rd and 1. I was thinking it was gonna bring Jalen in. But it's like, no, leave Najee in. That is that 240 back.
Let him lean on you, man.
Yeah, I think it's showing up a little bit. I think his thing is health. Like, staying healthy and keep doing everything he's doing. Like, staying healthy though and keep doing. That's what you want to see out of that story. Can it keep doing it? Does it stay healthy? I think he looks a little bit lighter on his feet. He looks a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And I think that was the whole thing. It was just him hitting the hole. Him being so big before he was even though he was fast, it wasn't hitting the hole.
It was almost like labored, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like now he's hitting the hole.
A little more explosive element to it.
Yeah. It's downhill. So I think he's running better. So no, I'm team not trade him for sure.
Okay. But as a whole, we feeling good with where we're at right now, squad wise.
I think the team's dangerous, man. I think that's a dangerous team. I think it's a dangerous team. It's got the pieces you need, and they know how to win. They got that factor. They know how to win.
I mean, I gotta ask then. Me and Deke been seeing the same stuff on TV. They talking about us as, you know, one of the 1 seed potentially. You know, are we the favorites to knock off a Chiefs type of team if it came down to it in the postseason? How you feeling? You got a little. Don't do that to me now. How you feeling? Are we there? Are we there?
I think it's a team that can do it for sure. Yeah. Okay. I think they're in that combo.
Okay.
I think the AFC is thick, man. The AFC is tough, man. The Baltimore, Buffalo. You know.
No, don't you do that, Deke. Don't. Neither one of y'all leave Bills up out of this, man.
TJ, what do you think about Josh Allen for MVP?
No,
Jared
Goff.
No,
Jared Goff, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase,
Jared Goff,
Lamar Jackson. He's the best quarterback on the best team. Jared Goff is the best quarterback on the best team. So it's Jared Goff.
I'll say this: Josh Allen protecting the ball way better. He's just not doing dumb stuff. He made a dumb throw.
This week, yeah, he did.
This weekend on that crossing route.
He relapsed a little bit. Let him relapse for a second. He been doing great all year. He relapsed a little bit. Yeah.
But when it was time to go, man, I would have bet my house he was going to run that ball.
Hey, you already knew what time it was.
I'm like, there's no way he throws this.
I say he's hollering at y'all.
There's no way he throws this.
It's 4-2. He's going to holler at y'all, man. He's going to get these.
I'm out of here. Yeah. There's no way he throws that.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to man all out blitzing. He should have made him.
Not an MVP.
He should have made him throw it.
Lamar MVP, Jared Goff MVP, Derrick Henry MVP, man. Saquon Barkley MVP convo, man.
No way.
Yeah, them the real ones, man. They're the real ones.
I like Saquon, but he's not MVP.
Yeah. Okay.
So who's your MVP then?
Probably Lamar.
Yeah, it is. I like it. He got my vote. I love it. Okay.
I think they are the two favorites, though. It is Lamar and Josh
Goff?
Allen.
No, it's Goff, bro.
I haven't seen Goff. I don't know why he keeps getting thrown in this.
Goff is the quarterback of the best team in the NFL. Lamar Jackson won MVP last year, and everybody said this is the quarterback on the best team in the NFL. So I think that's why it's going to be Jared Goff. Everybody know this. Yeah.
I mean, Lamar played good last year, though, too.
Look at his numbers. His numbers were,
They were good.
They were good.
He was. I mean,
he was the quarterback.
They had the
on
top
the best team
locked up for like.
So that's why
2 weeks left.
That's why I said Jared Goff, because he's the quarterback of the best team. Statistically, though, we can look at the MVPs and look at Lamar's stats.
I know that you're just bringing this up because of the Josh Allen no MVP last year. You're trying to bring that up.
The precedent has been set. If you're the quarterback on the best team, you're the guy. It's not always statistical.
Josh Allen threw them out of a lot of games last year. It's just a different.
They were the
he's not playing as good as he is this year. I think that's what it comes down to.
In the AFC, Deke. They were the 2 seed in the AFC.
Well,
How many games you get thrown out of when you're the 2 seed?
Well, it came down to the last game.
You're the 2 seed in the AFC for the playoffs.
He did though. I mean, there was probably 2 or 3 games.
You're the 2 seed. That's all.
They could have been better if that didn't happen. Then he probably would have won MVP.
But when you're the best, when you're the quarterback on the best team, you get it. That's what I'm saying. So that's it's golf, bro. It's golf, man. It's definitely Jared Goff.
No, that just so happened to be the case last year.
It'll be golf this year. Watch. It'll be golf.
No, there's no chance.
No chance?
No, there's no. I think it's going to come down to Lamar, Josh Allen. I got to check Goff's numbers and see what he's doing.
TG, how you feel about Jared Goff, man?
He threw 5 picks. What was it last game?
He's been scoring 50 points a game also.
He's been playing good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we're talking about MVP. I don't think he's winning the MVP award.
I think he's in that talk.
He might be third.
I think he's heavy in the talk, man.
He might be third or fourth. Yeah. Like if the season ended right now, there's no way he's getting it over Lamar or Josh Allen though.
But it's like, hey, he hasn't won one. That's the only thing I'll say is they blessed him in the sense of he hasn't been in that convo. He hasn't won one. And he's done enough this year to be in that convo to go get one.
Because he's in the convo, yeah.
Like before they give it to Lamar again.
As crazy as that sounds.
I think Goff is in that convo, man.
Yeah,
I think Goff is definitely in that convo. And they're
wasn't Dak in the convo
big too, man. Yeah.
Wasn't Dak in the convo last year?
Dak was in the you said who? Dak?
Wasn't Dak in there last year?
Yeah, last year it was Lamar, Dak, and Josh Allen were like the big 3. And it was it was Lamar had the best win-loss. But in terms of overall stats, Josh had the best stats total, but he had the most turnovers total as well. Prescott had the best of both, but as a whole, his numbers were still less than Josh's, and the Cowboys weren't winning more than the Ravens, so that's why he kind of wasn't able to go above those 2 dudes. But at the end of it came down to, hey, he has more turnovers, even though he has more total touchdowns than any of these other guys. But Lamar, they were saying, hey, because they had it locked up so early that, it's them. And that's why I'm looking at Goff, and I'm saying, what is the difference with Goff this year? Because statistically, he is going to finish better than what Lamar did last year.
Yeah, but
and his team is still winning at the same clip as
better quarterback
Lamar's.
Play from guys like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson in terms of competitors.
I feel you.
Last year was a down just quarterback year kind of across the board with a bunch of those injuries.
He's kind of to me the Dak of last year.
Goff is, I can see that.
Yeah, he's the Dak of last year.
But the thing that helps him is his team is the best in terms of how they've been playing this year. That's going to boost him up in the convo.
I just think if it comes down to...
I would have him at third, but...
If it comes down to him, Lamar, and Saquon, they would give it to him. If it comes down to like him, Lamar, and Josh Allen, I think they would give it to Jared Goff. You with me?
Yeah, before they do Josh, I think because they're gonna say the same thing they said last year, bro.
No way.
All right, we've already seen this play out, man. Goff, like when you are on the team that's winning the most, that's you get in that convo, bro. He's in the convo.
It could be in the convo. Like if the season ended right now, Josh Allen's winning. Like if Goff balls out rest of the season, that's a different story. But season ended, if it ended right now, it's Josh Allen. He's a favorite for a reason.
I don't see that, man. I think they would do Lamar or Goff, man.
Lamar was the favorite last year.
Lamar's been the favorite.
Goff ain't
all
the favorite.
Season
I don't know
up
where
until
Goff
this
is. Maybe he's third. Mahomes still might be above Goff. The last time I checked,
the 2 names I've heard the most: Lamar and Goff. I've seen people flirt with Saquon, people flirt with Josh, but Lamar and Goff have been the 2 that, like, they talk about Lamar. He's about to be a surefire 3-time MVP, man.
Well, that was before this week. It just flipped.
But out of 10 games,
Josh Allen's the favorite now.
We'll see, though. We'll see.
It's a big game.
Yeah, we'll see. I like it, though, baby. I like it. Now,
Josh been playing good.
All right, we'll see. I ain't hearing none of that stuff y'all talking, though. But anywho, short week, man. Browns, how we feeling? How we feeling, T?
Man, I hate short weeks, man. I hate Thursday games. I think this is dangerous. I think just because, like, the Browns are a team that's I don't want to say it like that, but they're like young, hungry in a sense.
Sneaky.
You know? I think they're sneaky. I think Jameis is sneaky. I think they're coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that Jared Judy's heating up over there. They're sneaky. They're sneaky good. And they're young in a sense where it's like, you just played a Baltimore. Like Pittsburgh just played a Baltimore war. You know, 18-16, a total war. And to turn around in 4 days and have to go to deal with like a Cleveland, that's tough. Yeah, the dog, that's tough. So I think it'll be one of them. Like I think you'll see a lot of the plays you just seen. It'll be real dry in a sense. I think the it factor that Pittsburgh has in knowing how to win will show up. But I think it's gonna be a dogfight. I think it's gonna be a tough. Thursday games are tough.
How you feeling about the Jameis element? That's the big switch over there for them versus Watson.
I think that's what makes them dangerous right now because they're so. It's just that young hunger that man. I'm ready to just light this thing up. You know, every opportunity is a great opportunity type. You know, it's just that hunger in a sense where it's like he's dangerous and he's lighting it up. He's playing all right. They're playing way better. Mm-hmm. Honestly, they're playing better than what they were playing. They're a better team and they're really talented. They got a lot of weapons on there. So it's just kind of like, you know, getting physically ready to go, being able to run the ball like you want to on Thursday. I think that's going to be a big part, you know, but I think it's going to be a dog fight. Yeah. Thursday games are tough. Thursday games are nasty football. They're tough, though.
But still a game where black and gold should prevail, or is this potentially what they call the Tomlin trap game? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I mean, obviously, I'd love to see them win. I think it's a trap game, though. I think it's a trap game. It's tough. You know, I think it's tough. I think it's a Thursday. I think he'll have them ready to play, though. You know, I think GP will have a night. He'll have a good night. It's just going to be about being able to run the ball. You know, the physicality, being able to do what you need to do to win the game in the sense of being able to run the ball. Coming off of that Sunday, like, that's a short turnaround. I think they'll find a way to win, though. That's what they do.
Okay.
They find ways to win. It's going to be tight, though. I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight.
Hey, as long as when that clock hits 0, we got more points than them. I don't care what it got to look like. Just get the job done. Get the job done.
They don't ask you how. They ask you how many.
I swear. On God. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. So now I got to ask you real quick, though, man. All right. A little around the league real quick, Deke. Did you see that Jets and Colts game? Can we talk about your mans getting off on your mans and the Jets Super Bowl contenders? They know how to tackle. I seen a lot of A-Rich running through them boys over there. What's up? Talk to me.
He look like AR, man. That's why you drive. Okay. You trying to find those.
Okay.
I think he boosts the stock of the position back up. Where it's like, hey, that's it. That can be all right.
You said Milroe going first round now, huh? All right, okay.
Yeah, now you're like, hey, that can be all right there.
He say, yo, Milroe, this for you, baby, okay? This the game you needed. I got you.
I said it a couple weeks ago, man. The original AR, he just can't move no more, man. It just and that was his game. Like his game is the Mahomes move around, buy time, sling it.
See it over it, and I got the arm to get it there, but I got to get you first. Let me buy some time real quick.
And I'm going to whip it. Like, here, hold it. So it's like...
We see that with Lamar at times, too, man, where his ability to stretch the defense is his ability to extend the play. When you make that defense have to cover it 5, 6, 7 seconds, like, bro, I don't care what coverage you're in. This is tough. Yeah.
This is tough.
Okay.
They're moving around, like, so I think it's just his game, man. Like, everybody's starting to turn on him. I feel for, you know, it's tough. But,
what's up with your squad, though? Because I know you like A-Rich, but your squad's the Jets.
That's not my squad.
That's your squad. Stop playing, bro. You know that's your team. Ron's your mans. They went out there and got Devontae Adams. That's your mans. Mm-hmm. They talked Hassan Reddick back into pulling up. That's your mans. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Sauce Gardner, that's your mans. I thought they defense was fire. They fired Salah. They say, yo, we got this. Don't worry about it. I thought they were your mans, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on with your Jets, bro.
They fired the GM today.
Thank goodness. Why they wait?
It's a fire sale, man. They just gonna go ahead.
Is Hackett still on the payroll?
Man, of course.
Hey, it pays to be Aaron Rodgers' friend, man. Shout out
Is
to Rodgers, man.
Is Aaron Rodgers still on the payroll?
It's like, bro, what?
Mm-hmm.
So you said Salad they got. You said the GM they got. All right, but hey, Hackett's still there. All right, shout out to Hackett, man.
Hackett's still there.
Shout out to Hackett, man. All right.
You know,
I'm just trying to figure out what's up with y'all boys over there, man.
Man, them not my boys, but the boys.
That's been your Madden team for the past 2 years. Deke, has that not been the team he's talking about? We come into this thing, he's like, yo, I predict them AFC East who gonna win the division. Jets.
I stopped using them when A-Rod got hurt.
Man, what's it look like? Jets. I'm like, bruh.
Man, when A-Rod got hurt, man, when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, it was done with them. I ain't never bounced back.
Okay.
Never bounced back.
Okay. It's like that sometimes, man. It's like that sometimes, man.
Never bounced back.
Okay. Well, there was some other cool around the league. I ain't sure if you saw some of these games that was taking place, man. That Bengals Chargers situation. Is the Bengals over? They like the Jets this year?
Yeah, the Bengals, you know.
We gonna close that book on them? Is it done?
Yeah.
It's done?
I just think they're a good team, man. You could feel they're not all the way just team. They got a lot of problems. I think it shows up at the wrong time. Okay. You know, little things.
Okay.
But I think that Chargers team is dangerous too. That you got to talk about. I think they're dangerous right there. I think they're sneaky dangerous. They got a good coach over there. He know how to win. Call it what you want. He know how to win. Whatever he get them, it works everywhere. Everybody be happy. They all believe. They know how to win. They're dangerous over there.
He got good energy. He definitely brings good energy.
Yeah, that's a dangerous team over there. Yeah. Don't sleep on them. That's a playoff team. Don't sleep on them.
Chiefs been figured out, or we still think that's live action over there? They still, you gotta be careful with them. How you feeling about it? Because they did lose to that Buffalo team. I don't know how y'all felt about that.
Who gets the ball last? That's how they hoop over there, man.
That's who's got the ball.
Whoever get the ball last. Man. Yeah, it's just who get the ball last with them two.
Respect.
Same script every time.
Respect.
Let it have been 20 more seconds on that clock.
I already know. Don't say it. I already know. I've lived it. You know this. I've seen it with 13 on the clock. All right. Yeah. It gets real weird, real uncomfortable.
It gets weird quick. In Kansas City, you can see so now they're trying to get Xavier Worthy going real tough. They feel like their run game that's coming back. They about to get Pacheco back.
Hunt been playing hard too.
Yeah. Hunt been playing hard. They feel like they're building in there. You can see it they're on that phase where it's like, all right, let's get Xavier Worthy going, and then we'll put this whole thing together. So I thought it was right time. They caught him at the right time. Good win.
Bad matchup for the Chiefs. That what you said, bad matchup. I'm with you.
Yeah. When that's gonna run back again. We'll see that again.
You know it's gonna happen, man. Pittsburgh gonna get that in the playoffs, man. Come on. Black and gold knock off that one, and then they're gonna see Baltimore again probably. We'll see how they look. We'll see what it look like.
Man, that AFC playoff's gonna be.
It's gonna be
thick. Yeah, it's gonna be thick.
It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real.
It's gonna get rough.
It's gonna get real, man.
People want that home field, if you gotta come to Pittsburgh, they can.
It's tough.
You gotta come up. Yeah, it's
any
tough.
It's gonna be tough to win there, man. Yeah.
Man, it's gonna get cold in a second. Them backs gonna start getting heavier and heavier.
Is it Najee season coming up?
It's his time.
All right. Well, but before we all the way go, did you get a chance to see any of these fights this weekend, man? I heard Tyson had some cheeks out there on Netflix, and Bones Jones was out there putting it, defending the crown, the throne. I just ain't know if was you busy this weekend, or did you see anything this weekend, man?
He ain't say nothing about Geno game walk-off winner though. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? I like how Geno finished it. It was the week of quarterbacks with the walk-off running touchdown. That's what it was the week of. Geno had a walk-off running touchdown. Josh Allen had a walk-off running touchdown. I heard it was the cat from Clemson had a walk-off running touchdown. I mean, dude. It was accident. It was accident.
Geno's in the one from Clemson look identical.
I just read that.
Look, and who was it? It was like you said, Geno had a walk-off. Who else had a walk-off? Somebody else had a walk-off. I saw two, man, running touchdown. I'm like, yo, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill was over here cooking with the legs this week, man.
Taysom Hill had a good week.
Yeah, man. Shout out. Geno did look fast, though, huh? Geno did do the daggone thing. Shout out to Geno. Shout out to Geno, man. Geno for Heisman. You know what it is.
Gino for Heisman, man. I lived that. Come on.
Respect.
Never forget.
Respect.
My All-American.
But yeah, so outside of the Geno play, did you see any of them fights that was this weekend though, man? Before we go with you, man, did you see anything, or was you was too busy? You was locked in, man.
I'm under the community. I seen the Tyson.
Okay.
Jake Paul.
Okay.
I don't know.
Stage or legit?
I thought he came out looking like Tyson.
Okay.
I don't know if it got slow this thing down or it just got a little bit old. Like fatigue said it.
He said one or two things. Like, do you pray it was fatigue, or do you think he was just, or do you think
it was a little bit like, man, slow this thing
down a little bit, bro? Sell it more, man. Sell it, man. Yeah.
All right. Because I seen him fight. He fought Roy Jones. He was trying to pressure the whole fight.
Yeah, I seen him with Roy. That was only, 2 years ago? Not even.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He just did the pressure. He took off the pressure. And it's almost like he was sitting for that shot. But, Jake Paul not no little dude now.
That's what I'm saying. We talked about this yesterday. It's like, bro, Jake Paul is a big person, man. Like, dude, around 225, 230. Like, it's a big dude,
all you do is train.
Yeah. Like, he got a ton of free time on his hand. Yeah.
Man, he's full-time at it. Like,
he ain't no amateur. He's like, he got a ton of resources helping him develop. Yeah.
I think it's tough, though, because, man, he come over here and he make all that money. And it's like, I respect it.
Yeah.
But it's dudes out here that really, really, really do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, can't get that $20 million payday. That's a nice day.
Yeah.
2 minute, 8
We
2 minute rounds.
We were saying that you're one or two things, man. For Jake, it's like, you can just keep being the cash cow and never respect it necessarily competitive wise, but will respect the money that you've accumulated. Or if you want to be like seriously respected, you got to up the competition, and then actually fight like some people that's a little bit closer to you.
I heard somebody say a word like Canelo. I'm like, man, Canelo would kill that man. Like,
but he got size on Canelo though. He got 40.
Man, I'm not hearing that, man. Canelo will put hands on him.
Canelo is going to win, but Canelo is still 40, 50 pounds lighter than Jake Paul.
Man, Bob, like Canelo be talking. What you talking about? Like Devontae Wilder. I'd like to see that.
We brought what's that? That's the name that came out yesterday.
Someone brought him up.
I don't think he'd get in it with Wilder, man. I think Wilder would really hurt him.
I'll pay for that.
I think Wilder would really hurt him, bro.
Netflix for that.
Wilder would really hurt him, bro. I don't think he want that. I don't think he'll want that.
I'd love to see that. Yeah. I'd love to see that. I think he'll go get somebody like John Jones on the level.
After Jones is done with it all, I can see that. Yeah, because that's the big payday.
Jones just said he want to do big fights like that. He'll bait him into something like that. And he's not really a striker.
If Tyson got 20, the Bones Jones matchup, he'll walk around with 20, 30 easily.
You'll want to see that.
Yeah, I'm tuning in. I'll pay for that one. Yeah. You paying for that
one?
But
he can't. Yeah, I'm grabbing that.
I mean, if he keeps it up with the big names, I'll check out McGregor.
Yeah.
You guys brought up Canelo.
He did bring up Conor. Yeah. I'm like, I would definitely tap in for that too, man. If McGregor went out there with him.
I don't like Conor.
He's too little, but that's a draw. That for sure is the money. That's the money fight.
That's not the strike ability we're looking for.
But Conor is the big fish that makes this model explode. This is the original Conor Mayweather model. This is what Conor would do. I don't know if he actually does. I think he's still trying to get back to the UFC like seriously, but that's the money right there. You know that.
I just don't think you get that's not the fight. That's not the one.
So
it's making money.
That's gonna make the money though.
It'll make the money, but that ain't the one.
So
he'll get Conor.
I think the Wilder fight is the most. I think he loses that though. I don't even think that's the most competitive. I just think that I'll respect the Wilder fight the most. I think Conor makes the most money, but I think he beats Conor. I think Canelo is like the best of both worlds, but I don't know if Canelo would do it.
Canelo would do it.
You think he would? I don't see the interest for him in it.
Canelo's about his money. Canelo would do it.
Okay, I respect that. If he's trying to get the bag, that's the bag fight. That's
Canelo,
the bag fight.
Canelo always, but Canelo got real fights to do it. Like
that's
been a meter.
I don't think he would do that. Yeah.
Like, man, I'm gonna tell you who would mess around and do it. And I know this might sound super crazy.
Don't say.
But Tank hates him.
Oh, Tank. No, Tank. I've seen that. Javon Tank hates him.
Tank hates him.
Yeah.
So where he'll mess around and try to climb that ladder all the way up there and be like, let me take him.
I think Tank too small though, bro.
I think Tank's a little small too.
I think he's too small. I agree though. I think Tank would definitely hop in there with him though.
But he hate him that bad where I think
he would hop in there. He would try it.
Yeah, let me see.
I just think he's too little. I definitely think he's too little.
I think he's too little too. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. I like Bud against him. I said I paid for Bud to fight him.
You said Bud?
I see that.
Oh, Crawford?
Yeah, I watched that.
But he's smaller than Canelo.
Yeah, but I watched that. I like Bud to fight him. That's a different dog too. Those are different kind of dogs. Him and Canelo are different dogs.
You know the celebrity matchup he need, but me and Deke both agree we don't think it's gonna happen.
I want to see him fight Radeon.
That's how I was about to say. I'm like the L Bell. That's the fight.
L Bell.
That's the one to make. I'm like, we would all respect it because y'all are both at the same stage.
L Bell will go get him.
That's what I'm saying. I think L Bell make it look. I think it'll get weird with him. I don't think he wants that. Get him. But I think
L Bell will train up hard for that. L Bell go get him.
It's more of a draw for L Bell than it is for Jake. I don't think Jake does it.
I agree.
I think
but he get the football people. He get the community. He might mess around and get the nation.
You might get Still Nation tapping in.
That's what I'm saying, and you know it's nothing bigger
Deke,
than
you tapping in if L Bell was fighting Jake Paul?
Of course.
I'm watching not because of L Bell, but yeah. I mean,
you said not because of L Bell.
You watching L Bell fight.
L Bell's a part of the family. He gonna come out with AB with the black and gold on him. He be doing the dance, and we all.
And he might come out with somebody else. I just don't.
If Seven walk out with the terrible towel with L Bell and AB, oh boy,
that ain't happening.
Oh, why not? Some time has passed. I'm saying, man. You imagine if that walks out with it? That walk out with it.
The killer beat. One more time
for the nostalgia, Deke, and they playing the highlights in the back as he's walking to the ring. What?
With the black and yellow playing or something?
Come on, bro. You know that's tough, Deke. You know that's tough, man. That's tough.
See, Artie got to put that AB on. They would have to put that on. So.
Shout out, man. Shout out. I like it, baby. I like it, man. But, we'll see. We'll see how that thing continues to progress over there, man. But definitely some entertainment nonetheless, man. But other than that, man, Deke, you got anything left on your end?
No.
TG, anything on yours?
Nice to see the clean sweep of the backyard brawl this year in Pitt's favor.
Actually, let me pull up this score real quick. I need to know how much them boys beat them behind basketball, man.
Man. Basketball. Bro, we'll probably see you in the Mayo Bowl, bro.
Let me just see real quick. Whoa, god dang.
Hopefully we get you again in the ballroom.
TG, bro.
They whooped us?
TG, bro.
They whooped us?
Wait, you didn't watch your alma mater?
It was 86 to 62, bro.
You probably got away late.
What?
I didn't want. Probably got away late.
You probably got away late. God.
I'm not tripping on that.
86 to 62.
I'm not tripping on that.
Yeah.
On the hoop team.
Shut up. Jeez.
I'm not tripping on the hoop team. That's what we're not doing.
Hey man, respect, man. Hey, you know what? Bad matchup. That was bad matchup. Bad matchup.
I'm tripping on the hoop
against a better team.
I like it. Well, my dog, man, we appreciate the heck out you as always, man. It's a short week, so we already know, man, got to get back to it. But, we'll spin the block with you, man, and get back with you next week, man. But appreciate you as always, baby.
My dog.
Let's get it. Shout out right there to TG. If y'all was enjoying the convo with the homie, hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. And I don't think we had any supers come in, so I think we should be good. And
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think we good. Did you have anything left before we get up out of here?
Hot takes?
Yeah, I'm just saying anything because we gave him a 3-hour show, man. Yeah. They'll see us Friday morning time frame. We work this logistics stuff, but yeah.
No.
All right.
Check out my live stream tomorrow.
I was about to say, where you at, man? Where can they find you?
Bleach Report.
Tapping
Been working on the lighting. I got some new lighting.
Boss it up. Bro.
Yeah, I got the setup a little bit better. Not complete yet, but stop through. The lighting's better.
Deke said, not only do I be upgrading the drip, not only has he upgraded the physique, now he over here upgrading the lighting at the spot, man. So like I said, man, tap in with the homie, man. Definitely show him some love. Yeah, I think that's everything we got, though. Shoot, other than that, man, you already know the drill. Hit that like button one final time. We appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all that has subscribed. And if you haven't, man, subscribe. You see how we do it over here. But either way, you know we appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby.
Peace.